Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music.
Sunday?
Okay, historically no, but I
Okay.
had to work last Super Bowl Sunday for the first time in my life, and miserable. Never doing it again. So I was like watching the game while I worked. And then last year for WrestleMania Night 2, I had to work while I watched, and it was a miserable experience. So this year I fully like left early Friday, took off Saturday and Sunday, and then my proper weekend is Monday, Tuesday. So I had a 4-day weekend for WrestleMania. But it was
It's
wonderful.
actually a baller move, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking awesome.
It was incredible. It was such a great weekend. I wish I could have a 3-day work week every week.
I mean, you and me both. And probably get more done in 4 days than I do in 5, to be honest with you.
There's like no need for a 5-day work week. There's no need. Like a 2-day weekend, it's not enough for me anymore. Like there's too much shit that I need and want to do when I'm not at work.
It's too much TV to watch.
I gotta start
That
watching.
too.
I gotta start watching Fallout.
I've heard it's fucking amazing.
I heard that. I heard the same thing. They dropped every episode already too.
I'm behind on this, but I started watching House of Villains today, and I'm fucking obsessed with
What the
it.
hell's House of Villains about?
Oh my god, Ricky, I think you'd love it.
Tell me
so
more.
it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a house of 10 reality show villains competing in challenges that are physical and mental.
Would Johnny Fairplay there?
Yes, he is!
Fuck yeah, he is.
All right, here's the cast. Johnny Fairplay from like OG Survivor, Johnny Bananas from The Challenge, New York from like Flavor of Love, Omarosa from The Apprentice, what's her name? Anfisa from 90 Day Fiance, Bobby, what the fuck's his name? Bobby Lights from Love and Hip Hop. Oh my god, who the fuck else is on this show?
You know, the
Tanisha
more you keep telling me about this, the more I remember seeing like previews of this.
It's on Peacock. Who else? Tanisha from Bad Girls Club. There's 3 more. There's 3. Corinne from The Bachelor. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, y'all.
Why?
Because I can't remember the other 2. Oh, Jax from Vanderpump Rules. That's why he's insignificant to me. And Shake from Love is Blind. All of these people are villains for different reasons. From different
got the Miz.
I was thinking that today. I think
From
the
Real
Miz.
World?
I think the Miz would be good on a future season of this show. Like next season, like New York's coming back next season. They have a girl from Drag Race coming in next season.
Like New York, New York?
Yes, I love her.
I love that bitch.
Me too. I'm like a day one New York fan. Like, there's nothing like like 2000s VH1 reality TV. And like reality TV in the 2000s was just so fucking god tier. So seeing like a lot of these
like the height of American Idol.
So like, oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen the country more united than when Kelly Clarkson was the American Idol. Or like when Clay Aiken wasn't the American Idol, for example.
When everyone was upset that Chris Daughtry got eliminated.
No, I stopped watching
way
American
too early
Idol.
and fucking Sanjaya.
I was pissed when Ruben made it. Who was the
Ruben won?
Ruben won. No,
Ruben stuttered one over Clay Aiken. I was mad.
You shouldn't be. No, who was the chick that lost the first season?
Who lost? Who lost the first season?
Yeah, no, it was I remember some black chick. I was like, she should have won.
It was a guy, right?
I forgot. I don't know. It's been so long.
Kimberly Caldwell?
I don't remember.
LaToya won.
Not LaToya. I don't fucking. I honestly don't remember.
No, but I religiously voted on for American Idol every week. I could not wait to be old enough to try out for American Idol.
Oh, hey, it's the hardest working man in all of independent podcasting, Will Gray, on a fucking
Hello.
social on a fucking I'm still hacking up Lucas apparently on a independent interviewing like world tour. This motherfucker's putting in so much work. Shout out to Will Gray. And hey, Will, when are you gonna have me on trivia again? You guys ever watch my trivia episode when I was on Bots and Chair Shots?
No, I don't think so.
I have not seen it. I'm so sorry.
It was fine. I was a fucking menace because we did it on MLK weekend, and so I just used the race card as much as I could.
Amazing.
I said since it's MLK weekend, I think I should go first. Oh my god. Oh man, it was amazing. Yeah, no, but I'm glad you're doing good, Will Gray. They went with Will and I think Boss Bitch Allison met up with the warden Matt Ritter from Smacking It Raw. They watched Mania together in like a cabin somewhere.
Oh, that's so cool.
What's up?
He's working man.
Yeah, but no.
He's a man.
But listen, I mean, I think we all know as soon as WrestleMania gets announced for Nashville, Will Gray, we are a legit cabin in the woods. You horror-loving maniacs. No, once it gets set for Nashville, we're going, and Will Gray's cooking the whole time.
They still haven't announced it, man.
I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird that Mania wasn't announced during WrestleMania.
I was too. And
that's why I asked you if it was like announced like on the low.
No, because I would have told all of y'all.
I was like, why are you withholding information? That's
not my style. If anybody would have known, Fretch probably would have revealed it or whatever. So, Will, you want to hear this shit? Because I follow Will Gray on New Stadium will be done in time for 42. That's the one we're getting. Okay, good. I don't know. I found this out because I follow Will Gray on social media. He apparently was a chef at the Masters tournament once.
Wow. Wasn't the Masters this past weekend?
Yeah, no one watched it because Tiger didn't really do well. So I couldn't tell you any other golfer.
So, like, what's the appeal with golf? I don't get it.
I don't know.
It's really hard. It's a hard game.
It is a difficult thing to pick up.
It's where business deals get done.
Yeah.
Well, why do people like to watch it?
No one likes to watch it. It's background music.
People do like to watch it. That's where you're wrong. People fucking love golf.
In person, it's a wild time.
No, on TV. People love watching it on TV.
I do not love watching it on TV. It's where I go to sleep.
It just doesn't seem so exciting to watch on television.
Because it's not. It's not. It's not exciting at all. It is not a great sport to watch at all. I'd rather watch baseball on TV.
I don't mind watching baseball on TV. It's very relaxing.
Golf is like too early. Like I can fall asleep to golf. That's my feelings on golf and everything. Oh, I gotta make sure. Busting up all of our socials. Oh my god. I'm kind of jealous of your purple lighting, Kay, because I do want to get like a colored light as well.
I'll send you the link. I got them from Amazon.
Oh, I know which one I know which one I want. I just have to put down the money for it.
Yeah, there's also a setting where I can like connect it to music and it'll like flash to the music.
Nice.
So we were like playing with that over Mania weekend.
Nice. Mania weekend's fucking nuts. I'm kind of mad we didn't go to the ramen bar more often.
Yeah, that ramen was really good too.
What was the best food you guys ate down there?
Oh, definitely the Jazz Club.
Overall experience, yes, the Jazz Club. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
we didn't talk. We didn't talk for majority of the meal, and then they started playing music.
That's the sign of like a good ass meal.
Who doesn't love nudes?
Mac and cheese was really good. The short rib was incredible. That sweet potato cheesecake. Oh my god.
Yeah, Will had sweet potato cheesecake for his
That
dessert.
sounds good.
I was like, "Well, how is it?" He's like, "It's good." That's the only description I got of it.
Delicious.
What did it taste like compared to like normal cheesecake?
It didn't.
Really?
It was 100% unique on its own. Okay, I just raked in so much culture at this place.
That's great.
Like I was such a minority. I was
Oh yeah,
loving
he
it.
was clearly the minority.
Oh, it was great. Oh, I've never felt so comfortable in my life. I was like, this is what it feels like to be invited to the cookout.
We never see straight white men being a minority anywhere.
No, Will had an experience.
Yeah, I walked in, I looked around, and I was like, wow, only the host is white.
Yeah, the people who brought us to our seat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Everyone else was not white.
I love that for you.
The two ladies who was sitting with too, because they sat us with these two randos, and I guess their other friend. So these three randos, and they were having the time of their lives.
Yeah, it was like one person's like birthday or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like her birthday like a week ago. They're like these two women, like probably in their 50s.
Yeah.
And they were just like they said like they're like groupies for the bands.
The one person was like she's seen them before. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I've seen these people like 4 times, and they were incredible. The band did such a good job.
Yeah, they went all over the map with like their decades and stuff. It was unbelievable, actually.
Yeah, they were really, really good.
And the singer was fantastic.
Yeah, that bitch had rage.
I showed Kay the video because I took a video of her singing Beyonce.
Yeah, she was
Which
great.
Which Beyonce song did she sing?
Love on Top.
Love on Top, yeah. Where she just kept going higher and higher.
Yeah, fucking nailed it.
Speaking of Beyonce, have y'all listened to Cowboy Carter yet?
You asked me this already, but I have not listened to it yet.
Well, this is more of a follow-up for you. Time has gone by since I saw you.
Okay, I have not. It's been a week since you've seen me.
Kindly prioritize it.
I will.
It's a great album.
I finished listening to J. Cole's new album, which is unfucking believable, by the way. And I will listen. I don't think I've ever actually listened to a full Beyonce album.
What?
I'm not part of the Bayhive or whatever.
That's
not
no.
Me.
Oh no.
Bayhive. I know we're on Beyonce's internet. I get it. But like
Jazz loves
Beyonce's always rubbed me the wrong way.
I'm obsessed with Beyonce.
Beyonce's
really?
It's you know what it was, because I remember when Destiny's Child was 4 people, and then Beyonce pulled the Beyonce and totally screwed everybody else over. Like I still have that sour taste of like Destiny's Child being Beyonce and Friends, because that's what it was.
It was that.
No, man. My one blemish on Beyonce is staying with Jay-Z after he cheated on her.
Yeah, you don't walk away from $1 billion though.
No.
No, you do. You take half.
Yeah, no, it's $1 billion compared to 500 million. Yeah, I'm sticking with the $1 billion.
Dude, she's probably gonna be a billionaire on her own pretty soon. With her new perfume line and her concerts and her albums.
She has a hair care line she just released. I guarantee she's probably touring again. She's probably gonna tour again.
I mean, you don't walk away from Linda McMahon didn't really walk away from Vince. Still legally married.
There's probably obviously like.
But didn't also wait actually everybody talked because Beyonce made the Lemonade album. Beyonce also cheated too. Hope talked about it on the 444 album.
Lemonade is one of my favorite albums like ever made.
So let's not say that Jay-Z was the scoundrel. Like Beyonce also Jay talks about on the 444 album.
Well, there's like a theory that
I didn't know that.
Well, there's a theory that Beyonce and her bodyguard. Well, there's a theory that Beyonce and her bodyguard like have like feelings for each other or whatever. His name's like Julius or something.
Literally the bodyguard.
Ayo.
Literally the bodyguard playing.
She has a song on the album called Bodyguard.
On the newest one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised by that. So I mean, maybe who the fuck knows? I don't know. Blues, they have like they just have blue, right?
They have 3 children.
That's
They have
right.
Blue Ivy, and then they have twins. What's his name? Sir and Rumi.
His name is Sir.
Yeah.
Rich people need
Like,
to
I
rich
guess-
people need to stop giving their children weird names.
Maybe they.
Like, was Larry taken? Like,
Well, what if they publicly? What if celebrities like give their children weird names publicly, like their public facing names like Sir, but their legal name is like Larry? You know, for like
Potentially.
privacy
that'd be
purposes.
smart,
I
actually.
mean, The Rock nicknamed his first child Pebbles, but her real name's Simone,
hmm
who's now the general
I-
manager of NXT.
My boss uses her ex-husband's name professionally
Why?
because since she's on camera, it's harder to find her real name.
Oh,
Because she's
okay.
actually she's on camera. She's a reporter, right? So she's on camera and dealing with stalkers is a real
Yeah.
thing.
I get that.
So, and she entered media when she
Married,
was married.
so
So when she divorced
hard to
him,
change the
it was
name,
like, okay,
yeah.
I'm keeping my name, and also it's a fuck you to him, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, my friend's ex-wife did the same thing after they got divorced. She still uses his name like professionally.
That makes
I think it makes a lot of
makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah, I told Jasmine, if we get married, you can keep your last name professionally. It doesn't bother me at
Mhm.
all.
Yeah.
Like in fact, it's like, you spent so much time building your name and brand just to change it.
Mhm.
Like, no,
Yeah.
you can keep your name professionally, but legally it's gonna be Tarashuk.
Unless she hyphenates it. I mean,
Absolutely not.
Well-
I will not stand.
it's not your
Why
choice.
Dude, Tarashuk Suknanon is such too long of a name. Too many syllables.
Not your choice. You don't have to have a dash in your name.
I will make it my choice.
That's
Well,
not fair.
Playing into the moniker because marriage is only for possession of women. That's the reason marriage was created. That's why women took the last name. Things I learned recently.
That's why we're gonna take the last
It
name?
was
I thought it was more of like
claim
a
possession.
It's the same thing
Huh.
with an engagement ring. The engagement ring is kind of just show like,
Possession.
oh,
Yeah.
they're owned by so
They
and
are
so.
my property.
they're spoken
Or
for.
more so
Yeah,
property,
that's why
but
men don't have engagement rings,
Mm-hmm.
or at least like straight men don't.
Yeah, the one ring's enough.
One ring to rule them all.
Dude, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. 'Cause I'm left-handed. Like, I'm not gonna. It's gonna take a long time for me to get used to like an actual band on my finger.
You don't really wear rings often, do you?
I don't. I
that's
never wear
why.
rings. Yeah. Although I feel like I might because like even though like the gold chain I wear, I didn't buy this. Jess's parents bought it for me because in their culture, like gold jewelry is a big thing.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's either wrists, ankles, and men wear rings.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if eventually like they buy like her brother wears rings. I wouldn't be surprised if they bought
Rings
me
are a great
and end up wearing-
accessory.
They are.
Yeah.
I have 3 on right now.
I have none on because I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've never had interest in rings. Like I like my hands being not heavy.
If you get the right ring, they're not heavy.
If you get the right ring, I know. Like my brother's engagement ring is super light.
Yeah, if you get the right ring, it's not heavy at all.
His
Yeah.
wedding ring, I should say, not his engagement ring.
Yeah. All right. So you ready to get this wild show on the road?
Yeah, it's gonna be a long
I
day.
hope it's not going to be, but we're going to try to figure this out. It's going to be more freeform about WWE and WrestleMania, but AEW is going to be more structured.
I don't mean to be rude.
Be rude.
Do we have to talk about AEW?
To keep our prediction battle going, yes.
Oh.
All right, hang on. I'm actually not
Okay.
ready. Listen, I gotta reboot the audition.
That's not good. As Lip runs past.
Oh my god, wait.
Did you
I
not
mean, the
notice
food
that
is
at
here.
all?
Oh my god, I think the food is here. Thank
You're going to
god.
be so happy.
I'm fucking starving.
Yeah, dude, I ordered 2. I already scarfed it down before we logged on
I
though.
cooked for a week, so I'm good.
Lucky.
Thank my man George Foreman. One of the greatest inventions ever.
Okay, there we go. Now we're recording.
We
All right,
love
ready?
we love our friend Emerald Lagasse.
Emerald
Yeah.
Lagasse, interesting.
My
Starting.
my little
Go ahead,
oven,
Jay.
my oven / rotisserie / air fryer.
Oh, fair enough.
All right. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Act like you've been here before, Will.
Midnight music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, my goodness, we both have our voices back. We barely survived WrestleMania, and Tony Khan is barely keeping his company alive. So we're going to give you a full recap of WrestleMania from our point of view. Surprise, surprise, AEW has some sort of thing called a Dynasty pay-per-view that we also look into. Oh yeah, and Jon Moxley won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship over the weekend. It's a weird time in pro wrestling, and I say pro wrestling because sports entertainment is dead for the better. So it's episode 372, Dynasty Rhodes, here on Kings of the Rings podcast, exclusively here on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now. I don't know what to tell you folks, but that may have been the greatest WrestleMania experience I have ever had. And I saw the Hardys return. Okay. Dave didn't see it, but I saw it. Holy shit, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode 372, Dynasty Rhodes, the first episode of the new era of all of pro wrestling, because sports entertainment is officially dead, and boy, did it go out in such a fantastic fashion. If you like what you're listening to, if you're watching us right now, please like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews, buy some merch from us, join our Discord. Links to all of that are in the description below. With me today, in the new era of Kings of the Rings podcast, is some old friends. Obviously, the trio is back together, probably on a more permanent basis now. My traveling partner all the way to Philadelphia and back, Mr. Will Tarashak. How are you?
I'm excellent. My voice officially came back 100% yesterday. That was Monday, April 15th, tax day. That is how good WrestleMania was. I couldn't talk for like a full week. I go into work Wednesday morning and they're like, "Hey, Will, how was it?" I'm like, "It was good." like it was just like my boss goes, "Will, you sick?" I go, "No, I had too much fun." So yeah, it's good to be back. And you know what? Shout out to Charles.
Absolutely.
Charles was also a phenomenal travel partner, and I'm very happy I can now call Charles a good friend of mine because that was a hell of a weekend.
Yes, it
with the hell of a throw.
Yes, it was. With us also as well. Back again for the very first time. 2 episodes in a row. I'm so proud of you, Kayfabe. You are here, replacing Rhea Ripley and Judgment Day based on your background. Kayfabe, how are you?
Hi. It is dinner time. And
Great
I
rhyme.
am thank you. And I am the new leader of the Judgment Day. Surprise, surprise.
Yes, that is all good things. And Kayfabe, while you might be the new leader of Judgment Day, I am the proud owner of Europe now. I have now. I went to Philadelphia and I bought Europe, apparently. So this is I believe this is number 9 in the collection now.
Oh, let me get what I bought.
Oh yeah. This is going to be interesting. I don't even know you can flip that all on
I'm wearing
camera.
what y'all brought home for me.
You're welcome. Well, I don't think I told you this, but you're about to see it in a couple of moments. Kay, Will pulled a Dave.
No shit.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
What are you saying?
You pulled a Dave.
Pulled a Dave.
I did pull a Dave. So
let's see this.
I'm gonna ask Kay. So this bad boy right here.
No, you
is-
fucking didn't.
Yes, he
I
did.
did.
Oh.
I did. Becky Lynch holding up both belts, signed, and a piece of the canvas.
Wait.
Yeah.
I almost ordered that.
Well,
Yeah, so-
what number are you? Are you at 33?
This is number 33 of 99.
That's really
Kay,
cool.
Kay, guess how much this bad boy cost?
$200.
On the dot. Oh, you looked it up.
No. Not that one. They're selling the canvas on the shop, like not signed or anything. I'm still on the fence about buying it. But I did.
Yeah, I straight up pulled a Dave because what happened was we got in Thursday night, we had our dinner, and we're like, we have no water, like we're really thirsty.
Like,
so
we spent the whole day and it was like we have nothing to drink in the house.
We have no liquids. So
Wait a minute, did you guys not plan a grocery list before you got there?
Oh, absolutely not.
We didn't. No, we didn't really need one, to be honest. We just need a liquid.
Yeah.
Because Reading Terminal is right next door, so there's our groceries.
That's true.
We almost bought ribs. We almost bought a few pounds of ribs.
We did almost buy a few pounds of ribs because we had an oven.
Yeah, but anyway. So we're going to 7-Eleven to go get water, and we walk by the convention center, and there's a sign that says the superstore is open until midnight.
Yep.
So we all look at each other and just go, after 7-Eleven. So we go back. It's like 11 o'clock at night. There's like no one. There's probably like 100 people there in the whole superstore, including staff.
Oh,
so
wow.
it was empty,
Quiet.
and the superstore is really, really cool. So I was looking at all the Fanatics things, and like $800, no, $500, no, $400.
No.
That's not even. That's LA Knight, not at a big fort. No. And then I see Becky and Bianca. The other one was Bianca, I forget what venue, holding up a title, signed, and a piece of the apron, maybe SummerSlam. And that was $250. And I look at Becky Lynch, and I go, okay, I was there. That's the last WrestleMania I was at. It's historic. It's actually signed. It's from Fanatics. It's legit. And within 5-10 years, I'll sell it for triple what it's worth. So I bought it.
I love
No
that.
regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an absolute lot of.
And I got more money. I literally just signed a new client for Elite Productions. So I got more than enough money to cover that coming in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm all
Yeah, no. So
I also ordered during WrestleMania weekend. I found on eBay the hat from Mania 35
Wow.
because I regret not getting it.
I have a Mania
when I
35
went to
hat I could have
Mania.
given you.
Well, I wouldn't ask for your merch,
Touche.
but like I don't know. I like love hats. I have a whole wall of hats in my apartment, and I like have like no wrestling hats. I have an AEW like I have like the fucking like the flat brim,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like not. I like it's fine, but like I don't like those anymore.
Oh.
Like it's not 2010, and I don't. It doesn't fit my head right.
Yeah, your curved rim I think looks better for you.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
I saw the WrestleMania one on eBay and I'm like, okay, I need it. So now going forward, I think whenever I go to a WrestleMania, or I don't know if I want to do big fours or just manias, but I want to get a hat.
Fair enough. I mean, we get skulls. Like I have my skull.
Yeah,
with me.
Ricky and I bought our
Nice
skull.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I come home, Jazz is like, another one? I'm like, yeah, it's my WrestleMania skull. What do you mean?
Yeah, a skull.
She's like, where are you going to put it? I go, right next to the other ones,
yeah.
Yeah.
This.
It's like, I might as well. It's so it's when I'm old and I have dementia, I'm going to remember what WrestleManias I went
because
to.
it's on the back. It tells you WrestleMania.
T-shirts.
Exactly.
I'm like so sick of getting shirts.
I got 3 shirts.
I bought no shirts.
I bought 3 shirts.
Zero shirts.
The best thing they had at the store sold out really quickly, and Charles got it. It was the Mitchell and Ness WrestleMania hoodie.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
It was like $125 though, and I was like, wow, no.
Yeah.
I chose Becky Lynch on a fucking picture instead.
Yeah. No, it was great.
Also, Kay, like I really only bought it because we were there at 11 o'clock at night. If we went there the next day,
Hell no.
and it was packed, I had to carry that shit around.
That's
Absolutely
true.
not. I would have dropped it.
The
It was
positive
like a right
for
place,
us,
right time situation.
Yeah, the positive
Exactly.
for us was that we were literally on the same side of the street as the convention center, and we were a block down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Ricky picked the best neighborhood for us to be in. Like not even close.
Yeah, we were in Chinatown.
Yeah,
that's
it was awesome.
nuts.
It was incredible.
Chinatown and Center City.
Again, Philly's great. All people like to shit on Philly, but I've never had a bad experience in Philadelphia.
Yeah, no, it was a great time.
Except the subway. I did not like the subway.
Yeah, plus the subway closed at midnight. That was the problem.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was also very
Yeah,
scary.
we
These
went
guys
to
were smoking
SmackDown
cigarettes
and-
on the
We went to
subway.
SmackDown
What
Hall
is
of
it
Fame.
like versus the New York subway?
Quicker.
Worse.
Worse how?
So like, you know how like the A train was like built in the 80s and it's still there from the 80s? That's all of their trains, but scarier and dirtier.
They're a little older, yeah.
Yeah, older.
It was really
Yeah.
funny. There were
No,
some
I did-
people
I did
out
not
of
like
town
it.
that were just like, "Where do we go?" And I'm like, "I can read this map really easy." It's like, just go follow this all the way down. Like, how do you know about it? I was like, "I'm
follow
from
us.
New York, dude. Like, this is child's play to me."
Yeah, I can read a map. That's
That's
not
how
on
I
grid.
felt when I went to Chicago too. Like it was so easy, but like cleaner.
Yeah,
On the L.
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. So yeah, so WrestleMania was crazy. By the way, well, we got a good review from the Airbnb guy. He really liked it. He said we left it like very clean.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
so
His place was not that hard. It was pretty hard to break
Yeah,
shit if you really wanted to.
He's welcoming us back. So whenever we
You should have told him, hey man, sorry about your YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, someone.
Why? What did you guys watch?
So he had a smart TV, obviously, and whoever was signed on it also had YouTube Premium, and they were just left it signed in. I don't know if it was somebody who stayed there before us, but it was still signed in. So we're like, we're gonna screw up this algorithm so badly.
Yeah. The first thing I put on, because Charles was just like, bro, put something on. I'm like, all right. So I'm just scrolling through random guys on YouTube. It was I forget the name of the video game.
It was Wheel something.
But it was real.
No, it was Wheel something.
Happy Wheels.
Wheels, yes.
Happy Wheels.
What the fuck is Happy Wheels?
Look it up.
Okay, I'm gonna send you this video.
Okay.
It's 22 hours long, but I promise you can make it to the end.
No, I can't.
We made it 45 minutes before we left for 7-Eleven.
So we left it on. We went to 7-Eleven. We left it on. We came back, dropped our stuff off, went to the superstore, left it on. It was still going.
And it's YouTube Premium. It was YouTube Premium,
No
so there's no
commercials.
commercials,
Oh,
no
God.
ad break.
It was so funny. But no, Philly was a great time. I still haven't tried that liquor you guys got for me, but I will at some point.
What kind of liquor did you get?
So they went to the liquor store. Charles and Will went to the liquor store because Charles wanted some of the pregame with before night 2. And I was like, give me a bottle of wine because I can down a bottle of wine during a pregame. And that's what I did.
Oh, I chuckled when you texted me and you're like, I just drank a bottle of wine. I'm like, yes.
The mayhem will ensue. And it did because we've already talked about that. But and then Charles like, okay, so he's like, I got you this bottle of wine, and I also got you this as well. I go, what the fuck is this? He goes, trust me, you'll like it. So all of the liquor store in Reading Terminal Market that they went to, it's all locally made liquors, and was a beer too.
Ooh. Oh, that's
no
cool.
beer.
So it's all
No beer.
locally made liquors. So what they got me was this whiskey vodka infused liquor that tastes like apples, like apple juice.
Okay.
They
Interesting.
taste tested it, so I trust them. I just haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
It
Why
is
you
really
sh-
good. They gave us samples. It was really good.
Try it now.
I'm not gonna try it now. It requires me to open it up.
Mm.
I also have things to do tomorrow. Kind of like work. It's definitely not watching AEW, but we're gonna talk about that in a bit. But let's go. Let's pivot. We can talk about the random crap we did around Philly, which is mostly just wrestling all day. Let's talk about WrestleMania weekend in and of itself. Jesus Christ. Okay.
It gets the applause
Yeah.
break. I thought
Yeah.
WrestleMania was fucking incredible.
So, by the numbers that I can rattle off the top of my head, over 200,000 tickets sold for the entire weekend. By the way, the largest SmackDown gate in crowd ever, I believe. The largest overall TV gate that they ever had for Raw, and the largest Raw gate ever. Over WrestleMania itself, over 1 billion views on Peacock. Okay, like
Wow.
yeah,
Did you say 1 billion views?
it's the most viewed thing in the history of Peacock.
Wow.
WrestleMania literally destroyed social media. I watched a girl on TikTok saying, I've never seen wrestling ever, but I saw everybody's reaction to the end of WrestleMania, and now I'm intrigued. She's like, I don't know what's going on, but I want to learn everything. So much that The Undertaker responded to her.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. It is absurd the amount of things that went on during WrestleMania weekend. At absolutely blown away. Stephanie McMahon's back. Okay.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
to see Steph
Me
back.
too.
I'm so happy. So I can go
I
on
was
and
shocked.
on. I go on and on, but well, what was it for you? Tell me about what was your WrestleMania experience like, just in a nutshell, before we like start breaking it down.
God, I'm gonna pull a rock right now and just go goosebumps. Like literally, I have fucking goosebumps right now. I was thinking about that 2.1 billion Peacock streams. God damn. Yeah, I'll put it this way. I lost my voice after Paul Heyman said "fuck" the first time.
We all did.
So that was it. My voice was gone. We had 4.5 shows left after that. Like we had 5 full shows. Paul Heyman went out first. So yeah, the weekend was absolutely insane. Like WWE did such a good job of, the term community is so overused and cliched nowadays, but they did a really good job of bringing the wrestling community all in one place, because everywhere we went, we saw wrestling fans. The wrestling store with all that old stuff, we actually went there.
Suplex Vintage Wrestling, amazing.
Yeah, literally the comic book store place next door had like videotapes of the 1990s wrestling on. So everywhere we went, it was wrestling. And it was just like, man, this is why I love this shit. Because it's such like a different thing compared to anything else. Like I can imagine Super Bowl week being pretty cool, but like nothing compared to the wrestling fandom and community of how fucking crazy everything is. It was amazing.
Yeah, Will and I, what do we do? After NXT, we ran into some random dudes. They like these 4 guys from Maryland, as we're trying to get closer to the stadium. It was like, hey, let me ask you a question. Shawn Michaels or HBK? We talked for a half hour.
Yeah.
We talked for a half hour. It was
they're really good guys.
Really fun guys. College kids from Maryland. Just absolutely nuts. We fucking we had a conversation with Top Dollar for like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Remind me to tell you in the post show what I learned from Top Dollar.
Oh yeah, I know this story. Yeah, we ran into Izzy. I showed you my Izzy friendship bracelet.
There's mine. I had to explain to Jazz who Izzy was, and she was like, like what? She's like, that's confusing.
Yeah, Charles got a picture with the Godfather. He was really happy about that.
Yeah, when Godfather was like, "Oh hey, big man," I was like, "Oh my god." I looked up, I'm like, "Oh my god, Charles is really big."
No, it's a crazy time, but kayfabe, what was your WrestleMania weekend? You weren't there with us, but how was it like for you at home?
Okay, so
I know I texted you through like the main event of night 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I talked to everybody all weekend, but this year we hosted WrestleMania. Usually my friends host a party, but this year we decided we wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we hosted a party for night 1. We made a lot of food with wrestling themed puns.
Charcuterie flair.
It was amazing. I loved every single one of them.
We had
I don't care what anyone says.
Charcuterie flair. We had Monday Night Raw veggies. We had Undertaker tots. We had Scone Cold Steve Austin. We had D-Lo brownies. Cowboy Bob Orton caviar, like the guac.
Nice.
We ate so good. And like what you guys are saying about like how special like the wrestling community is, like on the other like end of the spectrum is like we had such like a small intimate thing. Like 2 of my friends came over. One of my friends don't even watch wrestling. They came just to like hang out with us. But by the end of WrestleMania, they were like, oh, I hope Cody finishes the story. Like was committed and to Sami Zayn, like got very into it.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a magical experience. Like there really is nothing like it. Like I watch other sports, but it's not like this.
It was loud.
It was very loud.
It was very like I think Raw at times seemed louder than WrestleMania.
Because you were in close space.
Different arena, right?
Because we were indoors. Yeah, and we were close to the ceiling. But everything was loud. SmackDown was loud. Hall of Fame was really loud.
Yeah.
My living room was loud.
NXT Whoop That Trick is like I can't believe Whoop That Trick is like a wrestling chant.
NXT Stand Deliver made Will an NXT fan again.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did make it go like, fuck, I need to start watching. I'm not going to, but it made me go, I need to start watching.
Well, because
NXT
we're
again.
we're
It was-
streaming right now while they're on.
Yeah, like it was that good of an NXT show. It was very well put together. The matches were great. The characters were fun. I like Noam Dar now. And I thought
Noam
I'd put
Dar's
those
the
three.
greatest. Noam
Noam
Dar,
Dar is
Metaphor
really cool.
were absolutely amazing.
His faction.
Metaphor,
was,
yeah.
He mentioned
Noam Dar and Alicia Fox were so funny.
We walked past Alicia Fox at WrestleCon.
Oh,
WrestleCon.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like everyone was like Rick. You mentioned it when Pretty Deadly was on screen. Like this is a creative way to make sure everyone's on the card.
Yeah. When they gave the preview of the tag teams, like that's perfect.
Yeah.
Genius move.
Yeah, and it did the same thing with Metaphor. It's like everyone was used correctly.
Yeah.
Well, except Chad Gable, but they made up for
Yes,
that
they
one.
did.
But yeah, I mean, it was. What more can we say, really?
Yeah, no, it was crazy. So let's get into it. We're not going to go through everything. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit more Stand and Deliver a little bit later, but let's go through some of the highlights. First highlight we have to go through: Paul Heyman's unfiltered, uncensored, unplanned speech is a top 2 speech in the history of the Hall of Fame. I'll still take Takers as I was there for Takers, and that was unbelievable. But you can make a great argument for Paul Heyman's speech. That man unloaded years of frustration in one speech. And I'm glad we were there to see it live because it must have been hell in the handbasket with all the censoring they had to do watching it on Peacock.
Oh my god. I know there were some swears that were missed.
Probably.
I think at least one fuck made it through the broadcast.
That makes sense.
Can I say though, like, I haven't had a moment in wrestling in a while where I legit cried. Paul Heyman's speech, I was sobbing.
It was
Yeah,
it
when
was
he's talking to
gorgeous.
his kids.
Oh yeah, when he talked to his kids, like
And then he's like, all right, this soppy shit is over. Let's have some fun.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, to me, like this is. I said it when we were walking out. I'm like, I don't understand how Paul Heyman can. He turns to Trish and Stephanie, and for Stephanie McMahon, he praises her husband while at the same time destroying her father, and she's smiling and clapping through it. It's like I don't know how Paul Heyman can do that, but he did it perfectly. Like it was just fucking wild. He's just a master of words.
Yeah, he said I'm a Paul Levesque guy till the day I die. I was like, Jesus. I was like, wow. Like, but I mean, when you look back at it now, it makes all the sense. Like, and you look at how the performers were this weekend compared to Mania's past and even television past, it seems like a giant weight. It seems like they're having a lot more fun.
They all seem
does.
happy.
Yeah.
It does. It does sound like everyone's having fun.
Like, even Sheamus, when he came back last night, as, you know, little chunky as he can be, was like he's having the greatest time of his life. And he
We saw that Access too. Like anytime they were on the main stage, like the New Day.
Oh, when they did up,
and,
down,
like,
downstream, yeah.
Yeah, like when they did the
much fun.
Slammies and Seth Rollins' like speech, like everyone out there seemed like the photograph line is kind of like, oh, let's kind of get the shit over with.
Yeah.
But that's because that's just that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that
Yeah.
either. But like everyone seemed happy to be there. The Pat McAfee show was incredible. Michael Cole was having a time of his life.
Oh my God. Michael Cole. I haven't
Yeah.
watched night 2 yet, but night 1 he was great.
Michael Cold.
Michael Cole, yeah. Night 1 he was great. Pat McAfee was great. Like, just the whole environment. I think my favorite thing when we're talking about even, I mean, we can talk about Paul in the Hall of Fame, but like it kind of speaks for itself. But going into WWE world, which needs some work, it was a great. It does need some work. I'll tell you that. But I think one of my favorite things, I mean, it's watching the little kids do the entrances, and all the fans like cheering for them. So
Yeah, it's sweet.
because you've been to Access.
I remember that. I remember that at Access. It was really cute.
Yeah, so they kept it obviously, and that's the first thing you see is everybody doing these entrances when they walk in. It's really dope. It is really, really dope. Seeing all the Bray Wyatt stuff, all the Firefly Funhouse sets. Charles still has to send us the head of a table picture.
Yes, he does.
I gotta get on him for that.
Yeah, and the Fireflies in the arena and the stadium.
Every arena, yeah.
was Rick. It's such a crazy thing to see because I didn't really get to see it at Mania 34.
34
So
was, yeah.
he was briefly out there for the Andre the Giant in the pre-show, but this was full blown everywhere in the stadium.
Yeah, man.
I have pictures of it. It's just it really is mesmerizing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I'm glad we still do that as fans.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy time. Let's go to the Mania card a bit. We'll start off with I turned to Will and said this, and it still holds up when I watched it again. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch is a technical masterpiece. It was just
incredible.
really good wrestling. It's literally just really good wrestling. Rhea had her what was it called, Motion and White come out, who apparently are from Pennsylvania.
Motionless and White.
Motionless and White, my apologies. What an awesome way to kick it off. Triple H's kicking off a show. But they set such a great tone for the rest of the night. Like they pretty much almost had a flawless bout.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
It wasn't
that many crazy high spots, like not many false finishes. There was just straight old school. It felt like a 1980s match.
Like, yeah, we're here to wrestle, and this is what we're going to do.
Like a savage steamboat comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great. And apparently, if you listen back to the show, Becky Lynch was suffering strep throat the entire week of Mania.
Yeah, she had like a fever or whatever too.
She was sick.
Yeah, she had a fever of 102 and still put on a fucking banger of a match. And unfortunately, as we know, this past yesterday, Rhea Ripley's injured, and her 380-day reign as WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship has come to an end at the hands of Liv Morgan, who is on her Liv Revenge tour, which I kind of enjoyed the character build up to this. One thing to note of Rhea Ripley getting injured, before I pass it over to you, Kay, because I know you're going to go for the title and Judgment Day and all of that. It was a freak It was a freak accident. It was an absolute freak accident. I looked at it. I looked at the footage. I looked at what she's injured with. I believe it was her AC joint, they said, and essentially she pretty much broke her collarbone.
Oh,
yeah. Because when I saw her come out of this thing, I was like, oh, it's a collarbone. And then I saw when she got shoved into the wall, and she wouldn't shoulder approach, and like that, just collarbones kind of happen. Like that's the thing. I've seen people lose a year of football just breaking their collarbone because it's a crap thing to break, and it's really hard.
It's a lot of rehab.
It's really hard to heal and everything. And I know a lot of people were complaining about Rhea being forced to vacate when you had Seth, who didn't have to vacate at all. It's a different. The only argument is a different injury. Yeah,
compared to a bone. Yeah, very different.
It's a bone.
Very different.
So Rhea's forced to relinquish. Very sad way to go. There's a video out of her crying in Triple H's arms after she relinquished on stage and everything. But
yeah, Mid Morgan is right to Kwan.
I
can't wait to boo Liv Morgan.
No, Liv Morgan's got something. I can see it. She has something here. But kayfabe, what are your thoughts on Rhea? The highest of highs and the lowest of lows in like a week's time.
Obviously I'm bummed because like Rhea and Becky are my favorite women's wrestlers.
Also, long-haired Rhea is a problem. Like, Jesus, she's gorgeous.
Oh, it's unfair.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started.
Every week I'm like, surely Rhea Ripley can't get hotter. Then she comes out with fucking extensions, bitch. Oh,
and she's prepping
so
for her
hot.
wedding too. I think that's why as well. I think she's letting grow for her wedding.
That way might get pushed with a broken collarbone.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna get pushed back now.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be real. I don't see the Liv Morgan hype. I don't believe it. I know they're crowning a women's champion on Raw next week, and I don't buy it at all. If it hadn't been a freak fucking accident, no way Liv Morgan takes out Rhea Ripley.
No, they were building to something big, and now it's going to be delayed a little bit. But
I thought it was going to be Jade.
Nah, it's not Jade yet.
You turn Liv heel immediately.
No, Liv's definitely going heel right now.
Yeah, you turn her. I mean, listen, she needs to step the fuck up right now. She should get this belt. Honestly, I know it's she shouldn't, but she totally should get this belt because one, who else is there? And two, you gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Mm-hmm.
So give it to her. Rhea's out. What you think? 6 months at least.
4 to 6, I think. Yeah.
4 to 6. So let's say it's 4. Say it's 6 for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
You have Liv going a good 6-month run, and then Rhea comes back as a massive baby face and just fucking destroys her.
That's right. My other choice is going to be give it to Nia.
No, absolutely fucking not.
Give it to Nia.
No.
It's not a bad choice either.
Give it to Nia. Give it to Nia.
No thanks.
Nia's been putting in great work.
I think. I would also love to see it on Nia, but if you give it to Nia, Liv has nothing to do.
Yeah, that is the issue. It has to go to Liv.
Like if you're trying to make it, or like especially if it's a heel, the most heat you can get is taking someone out by injury and then stealing. That is the definition of heat.
Yeah,
especially if it's a top guy, right?
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be interesting how they do this and everything, but hopefully Rhea gets better. Let's move on. Next match on the card. It was a fast first day. You had the ladder match for the now ununified tag team titles. You had A-Town Down Under winning. Yay. Watching this match back again, it's actually really fucking good. It's actually
I have a question.
Yeah.
How did the crowd react to A-Town Down Under winning live?
We didn't care for it too much. We're like, oh yay, fuck those guys.
Like it was,
that's pretty much what it was.
I thought it was a weird choice.
I don't. It depends on what they do. Like a lot of it's gonna be.
You gotta give them something, right?
Yeah, you got.
He's trying to build 2 young stars.
You gotta save Theory.
Okay.
You gotta save Theory is what it is.
You gotta save Theory, and you have something in Grayson Waller.
Exactly. And man, listen, on SmackDown currently, because all this can change in a week from now, because we are going to do a draft again, and the draft's going to be wildly different this year. Or no, the draft in real life is going to be wildly different because we've been doing the same thing for the past couple of years. But you have the potential of a mega douche group of Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller all holding belts.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
honestly, dude, that's a good way to bring them back.
Yeah,
I want to save Austin Theory. You're strapping to Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but
Logan is fucking so. Oh my god, he's so good.
And he just announced that he's having a child.
That's a mistake.
Is he really?
Big mistake. Yeah, he's not just by his girlfriend. His fiance, is pregnant. Which congratulations to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm like, Logan, Bubby. You got a few more years of debauchery. You got a few good more years before you turn 30 and really want to, like, you're settling down too early. I'm congratulations. I'm happy for you, but I feel really sorry for you.
No, it's true. But the highlight of that tag match, obviously seeing DIY come out as DXIY, which is great.
They should have called him DIX. DX would have been hilarious, dude.
Yeah. No, R-Truth won his first ever WrestleMania match, I think, and title at WrestleMania, which is wild to think about.
Wasn't R-Truth the U.S. champion?
No, winning a match at WrestleMania.
Oh, and first title
and
WrestleMania,
first title
period.
First title WrestleMania. No, he was a U.S. champ.
Okay.
But his first title that's why The Miz was, if you watch The Miz, he's like ecstatic for him.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was a really wholesome moment. I think you actually saw R-Truth actually kind of break character a little bit at the end.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
How do you not?
Yeah, no, it was crazy to see. And we now have at least a set of new tag titles on Raw, the World Tag titles. You guys see them?
They look great.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, they look
really
great.
nice. They're really nice. I'm very excited to what we're obviously. So they're going to do World, and SmackDown's going to get the WWE tag titles. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen. I'm interested to see what those WWE tag titles look like for Waller and Theory. It's all going to be a toss up on Friday because he's going to do a reveal clearly. Moving on, we had all Lucha things apparently as the 6-person tag, it's 2 or 6. Oh no. Which is invaded by non-Lucha people, culturally appropriating Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson.
It looked ridiculous.
They're giant white guys who are NFL linemen. Yeah, they're gonna look ridiculous. It was a good pop though. It was fun.
It was a good pop. It was just like, yeah, what do you guys like? Why the Mexican match? Like, why the like the Latin
It should have been somewhere else.
Yeah, it really should have been.
They could have been in the ladder match, I guess.
They should have been in Bloodline Rules. just have them tackle
God.
people.
Oh my god, wait. if Travis and Jason Kelsey came out during the
Oh,
bloodline
it's definitely
match,
not
you could
Travis
set up
Kelsey.
the-
Swear to God, not Travis Kelsey.
You could get the Kelsey bloodline versus
The bloodline
Samoan
rules match
bloodline.
with the Kelsey bloodline. That would be honestly, that might have broken the internet for
I'd
5
watch
weeks.
that.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. You could do the
They
Paul
get-
brothers.
But they get Taylor Swift to join them.
Listen, I don't want that madness of Taylor Swift. You thought, I mean, if Philadelphia was wild during WrestleMania, imagine if Taylor Swift was in the building too. Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, it would be absolutely insane. The funny,
Although if Kelsey goes, Taylor, will you marry me?
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It'd be worth it.
It'd be worth it.
It'd be
Honestly,
worth
dude, if that happened, I'd be like, yo. I would never chant yes louder.
It'd be weird, but there were a bunch of other celebrities that showed up at Mania. Snoop Dogg, high as shit, obviously.
He said the wrong number.
Same.
Vanessa Hudgens was there. T-Pain. No, it wasn't T-Pain. It was 2 Chainz, right?
Well, no, T-Pain
It
was
No,
there.
T-Pain was
It was
there.
T-Pain, my
And
fault.
2 Chainz. They were both there.
T-Pain, 2 Chainz, Wale, Drewski. I was like, wow, we are really doing like Celebrity Row. Drew Barrymore was backstage.
Lil Wayne performed his new single, A Millie.
And we almost had Paramore. They didn't get the deal done in time, unfortunately. Because Paramore was supposed to do Bailey's entrance.
Next year.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yo, no, for real. If they do a Mania in Nashville, that would be the year to get Paramore.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't announced it yet, which is very bizarre.
There's something up. There's got to be something up.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
Yeah.
is.
weird. I guess, I don't know, this summer. Probably at SummerSlam.
Yeah, who the fuck knows? All right, so what else happened night one? There's a lot that happened night one. But those are the highlights. The other thing that I think was really big, besides the Lucha things and the stuff, obviously the main event, the tag team match that was just a tornado tag. Because if you watch the playback, Rock says, if you start doing a 10 count, I will fucking fire you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It was great because I didn't know. Obviously, Rocky's mom was there, kind of like chirping at Cody. Cody's mom was chirping at The Rock. I was like, this is fucking great. The only gripe I have about that, it was so fucking slow in the beginning.
Yeah, a little too much stare downs.
Yeah.
And like slow moves and more stare downs.
Yeah. Yeah, just a lot of slow movement stuff. Like, come on, guys, let's get it over with. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean they made up for it. But
oh no, they did.
Yeah, it was like Rock went through a table.
Yeah, he did. Rock went
So-
Crazy.
Yeah, it was.
He gave us more in that match than he did for 2 Cena matches.
Yeah, no, it was absolute time. And then the call that Michael Cole said, Cody's screwed. It was how he ended.
Yeah, Cody
is
Cody's
screwed. This sucks, guys.
No, Michael Cole sounded incredible all weekend.
Oh yeah, he was so happy. He was so happy to be there. And then night one ended, and night one would have been better if it was warmer, because when we move over to night two, I don't know if you noticed, Will, but there was a complete change in the atmosphere of the arena. Like, even when we rolled into parking, the parking attendant was like, all right, we got Cody tonight, right? We're going to do it, right? Like, everybody was hyped. I went to get a cheesesteak, had a 10-minute conversation about, what do you think's going to happen tonight? Is Cody going to win it? But like, the vibe, the atmosphere, the feeling, there was such a heightened level of emotion. And even from the beginning, like, I don't know who I was texting somebody, I was like, this crowd is aggressive tonight.
The crowd, it was visibly noticeable.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is a
that
weird
kind of,
feeling
vibe
tonight.
check.
Yeah.
We're fucking ready.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we knew Cody was gonna win. I think night one, when it was cold, and 2 were like, okay, we know what's gonna happen. We're not excited to see The Rock win.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was kind of, it's like, all right. But then Sammy, we came alive for Sami Zayn night one.
That's the other one, night one. I totally forgot about that. Sammy had the Rocky moment of the weekend.
Yeah.
We were hell bent on, I think, because there's some guys in the parking lot asking about when we were going into SmackDown, And Will's like, Gunther's gonna commit a hate crime on Sammy.
I was like, it's gonna be a hate crime.
But I totally believed it. Like, he got the hero's entrance. Kevin Owens was there randomly. He was like, hey, come on, get it done. I was like, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
And then he won.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
He fucked the ring and then he hulked up and won.
Yeah, what is
I like broke when Kevin when he was walking down.
A
like,
lot
Kevin
of
was
people
there.
did,
It was
yeah.
over. It was over for me.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, they're really gonna make this loss really hurt for us, aren't they?
Dude, I was the
Yeah.
opposite. I saw Kevin Owens hit him. I'm like, fuck, I should have picked Sammy.
That's what I said.
Yeah, no, it was. Oh man, that match. I loved how his wife Khadijah like went up to Gunther and was like, "It's over for you," and like sat back down. I was like, I don't know what you said. I was like, Sammy looks like he's about to die, but all right. I mean, that Gunther ending his reign at 666 days. That's a joke somewhere for somebody. So, but good on Gunther. He goes off into the sunset a little bit. He deserves some time off until we get ready for Bash in Berlin. That's all you need. That's all you. Oh, I think it's Cody Gunther and Bash in Berlin.
I agree. That's what I was
Oh
saying,
yeah, the Mr. America versus like
the King of
here's
Austria.
the King of Austria. Yeah,
Yeah.
And Cody's like, I ended one streak, I can end
I
another.
can end the war. That was also the scary thing. So, Kay, were you watched? You saw when they panned to Germany? Who was watching it when Gunther came out?
Oh
Yes!
my god!
Oh my god, they were so
I was so
scary.
scared.
They were like ready for a blitzkrieg.
I was so
Gunther.
scared. I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
I've watched
How
people be
fast can we
angry about
mobilize?
wrestling before, but I've never seen such angry happiness before.
I was like, this is kind of nuts.
I felt like I shouldn't I was intruding on watching them.
They were-
It's like they can't wait to be on the right side of the World War.
it was very scary. I was like, I'm not comfortable with this at all.
Turn the camera off. Turn it off.
Seriously. Oh my
But
god.
what basement were they in?
I don't know.
They looked like they were in a bomb shelter.
I don't know at all. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh jeez, I'm like sweating now. Oh my god. And then we move on to night 2. Again, very aggressive crowd. And Stephanie comes out of nowhere. No one saw this coming.
With the hip hop remix of her song.
Gagatandra.
Yeah, and she remixed her own song. She did Triple H's Are You Ready really aggressively. So Stephanie's back. Triple H didn't really disclose what role she's in now, but
I don't think she knows what role she's in.
she's
but
just
good for
back.
her.
Yeah, no, good for her. I think Will's like, come on, you didn't think there was going to be a McMahon somewhere in this company at some point?
Yeah, dude. WWE does not exist without a McMahon happen. This doesn't happen.
Yeah. So Stephanie's back. She'll probably fill in like some philanthropic stuff, because that's what she was really good at.
She's on a Legends
I-
deal. Come on, let's go.
I thought
Yeah.
she was gonna do like Connor's Cure. My guess is she was gonna do more of like the Connor's Cure type.
She's taking Tyson O'Neil's job.
And then we kicked off with wasn't America? It was God Bless America, but I forgot who the name of the
Oh, the
duo.
duo.
Oh, they
You know what, dude? 'Cause
rocked
they
it.
were better. They
Oh,
were-
the Heart and the Fury,
Something like that.
Something
Yeah.
Something like that.
They
Like whoever,
were-
I forget the woman's name who did night 1, the Star Spangled
Oh,
Banner.
it's
Like she was
Coco
good.
Jones. She plays Hillary in the new Fresh Prince.
Yeah, like great voice. But night 2, they just fucking brought God
they
Save
destroyed
God
it. I
Bless
was
America.
like, Jesus Christ.
I was like, they had no business stealing the show.
Yeah. I was like, that's
they
good. And then you had Drew come out to the classic Irish Piper's theme. And then Seth Rollins with the queer icon entrance of WrestleMania. With the
Dude,
Philadelphia
commentary
Mummers.
hated it. Commentary buried it, except Michael Cole. Michael Cole was loving it. But like,
Because
Corey-
CM Punk was on him. CM Punk was like,
yeah,
The
Corey
War
and
and
Punk-
Treaty.
Yeah, the War and Treaty.
oh, so good.
Mm.
So good.
Yeah, Punk buried that entrance. Like, hard. was like, damn, Phil.
And Punk came out as a surprise as the guest announcer. I was like, this is a crazy beginning of this WrestleMania.
That wasn't a surprise, though. They've been saying it.
Yeah,
for
they
like
announced it.
Yeah, but
a
still.
couple weeks.
But it was still like a crazy beginning. I just like, and then Seth's entrance is just amazing. It's just amazing.
There was so many people took up the whole ramp and the full round the ring.
He literally stole Adam Rose's entrance.
Yeah, but made it way
more
better.
flamboyant. Okay, I know you were telling me about how you guys felt when Seth came out to the Mummers.
So, like, Seth Rollins has been a queer icon in our household for quite some time now, and Seth Rollins has now made everyone else aware of that fact. We've been literally, for the last, like, year and change, we're like, Seth is a bisexual king.
Honestly, well, kind of, pretty much.
Yes.
And then Becky in her suit, like...
Oh, but she with the quotes from her book?
No. During, I think Mania, I think either press for the book or press for Mania, she wore a suit.
Ah. Gotcha, yeah, no.
Interesting.
It was crazy. And then the match started, and Seth got his head kicked in. And I was like, oh, we're ending this early, aren't we? And then he kicked out, and they put on a fantastic match. And this was when we knew we were in for something crazy. Peak WWE storytelling. Drew beat Seth in a damn good match. Drew can't get over the fact that CM Punk is still around. He does a really suggestive crawl. He does a really suggestive crawl on the announce table, which I won't get into. And then he gets in Punk's face, and Punk just leg sweeps him, the classic leg sweep. Takes off his brace, hits him in the head, and the bisexual Undertaker known as Damian Priest comes down and cashes in.
Dude, that cash in was nuts. We
Lost it. Yeah.
We lost it.
It
I
was
have no
wild.
voice now. It's like, well,
Yeah. The best part,
all right.
we were behind these two guys from the Bronx because New Yorkers can't go anywhere without running into another New Yorker. It's true.
Honestly, you guys are like magnets.
And there's these two Hispanic guys from the Bronx. So, like, we all lost it together when Priest cashed in.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. They were really
They were
funny.
fucking hysterical.
Like, hey, those are the kind of people who keep like yelling out, "No, he didn't!" Like this random shit.
They're Statler and Waldorf.
that-
Oh, I love sitting with people like that.
But like most of the time, it gets annoying after like the third or fourth one. No. Every
I
single
feel
one
like-
hit.
Yeah.
Every
I feel like
single
God-
one.
I feel like I see guys like that at AEW shows all the time.
Yeah, no, they're definitely Statler, but they were awesome. Damian Priest, the first Puerto Rican champion in over 50 years.
That's fucking crazy.
The last one being, I believe, Pedro Morales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a handful of Puerto Ricans come through there.
Yeah. Yeah, they have.
Like a lot.
A lot.
Like a lot of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Remember the Matadors?
Yeah. Those are the
Puerto
colognes.
Ricans.
Yeah. The colognes. Yeah.
The colognes.
They're the colognes. The Matadors were the colognes. And then it was good to see. I didn't think Judgment Day could be a face, but then you had Rhea as champion, you had Priest as champion, and they all welcomed Priest at the top of the ramp. That was really cool to see.
Oh my god, it was so
That was
cute.
nice.
Yeah.
That was nice.
If you see, there's a lot of backstage footage that WWE released. For that, Priest's father's there, classic Latin man in a suit and everything. His father's there, his brother's there. The Rock comes up to him and his family and congratulates him. The Undertaker comes up to Priest and congratulates him and like shakes his father's hand and everything. Like, it is a wild scene.
yeah,
Backstage.
Damian Priest's story is nuts.
Yeah, he was
dude.
homeless
Yeah.
10 years ago.
He was homeless 10 years ago. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Crazy.
Yeah, he was homeless 10 years ago, formerly known as Punisher Martinez. He had a wild following on the Indies for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And now he's at the top of the division, which is nuts. And we should have seen this cash in coming, because like no better time, but it was told so well because Drew McIntyre's anger and pettiness got the best of him. And that was kind of a story of WrestleMania, that there are real consequences to every action you make.
I loved it. I loved I loved this WrestleMania so much.
It set the pace.
Yeah, long-term
It's gonna
storytelling.
be chaos. You're gonna scream, and the bad guy's a moron.
Pretty much.
Like Rock, when you hear the gong, don't look towards the ramp. You know that's not where he's gonna be.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that in crazy detail. With that, I'm thinking about night 2 of Mania in and of itself, and it was just fucking nuts. I'm looking at the card again.
Bailey.
Yeah, because we're not gonna talk about Jimmy versus Jay. LA Knight and Styles was great. Was good for what it was worth.
Oh, the triple threat.
Yeah, but we do.
US title.
I almost forgot. We cannot remiss. We have to talk about Damage Control versus Bianca, Naomi,
The
and
big
Jay.
3.
And that ridiculous Mortal Kombat Avengers level entrance that they pulled off, which was probably my second favorite entrance of the weekend. And they looked great.
It's not fair.
They looked great. If you watch their press conference, they're just fucking like giggly girls. They're
I did.
press.
They're like so cute.
Yeah, no, they are protecting Jade as best as they can. Her first real match was at WrestleMania, and she looked great.
That's crazy.
And look, listen, they put her up against the best person, Dakota, who sells like she's about to die every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dakota did good. Dakota did a really good job for her. They
Yeah.
all did. They all sold for her really well. Kyrie sells really well as well.
Yeah, Kyrie says really well, but like I just loved how Jade picked up Dakota, who's not like a small woman, and like walked her around the ring before finishing her off. Like it was grossly absurd, but shout out to them. But yeah, no, the triple threat was hysterical. From KO driving Randy to the ring.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. What
Yeah.
a great entrance.
KO
To Randy Orton getting caught with the RKO, like almost getting, he's like, ooh, I did, you kind of fucked up.
to freaking what was his name? Speed? Because I thought
Speed?
it was I Show Speed or something. Yeah.
Whatever.
I honestly thought it was KSI. I'm just mad that Logan Paul just keeps getting all of his black friends hurt. In WWE, it's true. This happens like every year. Although if you watch the raw audio of what Speed was saying to Randy, it's hysterical. He starts barking at Randy Orton.
It was fucking crazy. It's so funny.
Like actually barking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Like he was
worse at
DMX.
first.
Like he was.
He's probably trying to get Randy to break
And I
character.
think that's why Randy kicked him so hard.
Stupid. He should. If there was ever a time to do the stupid, it would have been right there.
And then, I mean, props to that guy because he sold that. He took a really hard RKO. Like,
Yeah, he's like this. He's like this really hurt.
Yeah, he put a video backstage. He's like, guys, I'm in a lot of pain right now. Is it like a neck brace and an ice pack? Oh my god! But douchey Logan Paul won, which is great. And then, oh yeah, we had the Extreme Rules match with a random Bubba Ray Dudley sighting.
Yeah, we popped for him too.
I was like,
Yeah.
That match was also a hate crime. Like when Karrion fell through the table on accident and Montez just beats the fuck out of him with a kendo stick. Like, you dumb motherfucker, you fucking stupid fuck.
Oh my god, it was so good. And now we
I was like, my God.
yeah, and now we have to get to arguably the greatest main event in the history of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Cody Roman for the title. First and foremost, because I'm a music nerd and someone else pointed this out to me, when Cody came out in that really creative mask and you had that music playing, it is actually in the same key tone as Roman's entrance.
Oh.
Which is very interesting. Also, a fun fact, the mask that Cody wore, which I want one really badly, the person who made that mask also made Priest and Balor's mask from the night before. He's also the same guy who made all of Bray's masks as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
That's
some
cool.
documentary.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. They're still giving him plenty of work.
Oh yeah. Listen, did you see the mess?
guy's very
He's really
talented.
good.
The guy's very talented. He's good at what he does.
Yeah, I mean, you had Cody come out. You had Brandy come out of nowhere. I was like, oh, we're just acknowledging Brandy exists now. Okay.
Oh, we popped.
Yes.
We even popped for Brandy.
We're like, Brandy's here?
Brandy's like, oh my god, I'm
Wow.
being cheered.
Yeah, she.
AEW heel
This will
too.
not last long.
Yeah, Roman came out to the All City Orchestra of Philadelphia. Like a bunch of high school kids did his
Bunch of
entrance.
high schoolers.
Oh, I saw a TikTok of those kids being like, 8 hours at our first WrestleMania. They were counting down that while they were at WrestleMania.
Dude, I
They're,
would have been the
beating
same
Rock
way.
at WrestleMania.
You're telling me I
It
get
was
to
really
perform on the
sweet.
stage at WrestleMania? Hell
Honestly,
Main
yeah.
event,
Yeah.
too.
As
Like, you were part of the main event.
Yeah.
Like I did chorus all throughout school my whole life. If you told me that we would have sang it at WrestleMania, I would have lost my shit.
Oh my god, yeah. I would have. That'd be the first thing that I would say to everybody I'd ever met. Hey, my name's Rick. Perform at WrestleMania. No big deal. So you know,
Yeah, I'm shocked how like high schoolers can keep their composure like that.
I
Like
would have
on
lost
stage,
my
they were.
shit.
Oh, like they probably saw the people like, I'm fucking scared. Because then it hits
Yeah.
like, oh, we have to perform. And there's how many tens of thousands? Fuck.
Yeah, 72,000.
I
both
will
nights.
at least for. I guess it's easier than if you're performing. It's easier than if you're performing alone, though.
It is easier than performing
Like,
alone.
imagine-
I
Yeah.
did NISMA several times. That's a fate.
Same.
It's a fate worse than death. Okay.
Ugh.
It's a fate worse than death. And I perfect scored NISMA once, and I still was nervous as fuck.
So did I.
Yeah, I'm like, this kind of
8th
sucks.
grade.
I think I forget.
NISMA.
I don't
I
remember.
perfect score 2005.
Yeah,
We're
I think
old.
mine was. I remember. I think because I got 27, 28, and 25 was my last year. Some shit like that. But anywho, yeah, no. Then you had the main event, and they played all the hits, and then Jimmy came out, and Jay then finally met him, and they had a better match in 2 minutes than they did the night before.
Dude, that was like 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Like
It
2
was
minutes.
crazy.
Yeah. The best thing about Jimmy and Jay's match from the night before was their video package was phenomenal.
That was about
The
it.
I am
though.
not my brother's keeper.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that.
I was like, oh.
The match.
The match was what it was.
I don't remember. I don't think I paid attention. I might have been eating during that match.
It was a super kick
I don't
party.
remember what I
bad.
did.
It was
It
a
was
super kick
not a
party.
good match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not a good match.
They only went 10 minutes too, so I think they might have been cut for something.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Jay tackles Jimmy off the stage. By the way, very cleverly hidden table. Because,
Yeah.
because
We're like, the fuck did those come? Because like we picked up on a lot of production cues
yeah,
throughout the
because
weekend.
we were right
Like,
there.
that's-
Yeah,
That's another thing I really enjoyed about the show, a live show, watching the production crew.
they're amazing.
Because they are on schedule.
Yeah,
And they're running up and down that ramp holding like a 30-pound camera.
they
Like,
were on schedule or early, and they're
Yeah.
running. They're
yeah,
running.
they do a really good job. Also, not to get in the way and not to be seen.
yeah,
They do a really good job of hiding.
Yeah.
No, because I was looking for them.
yeah.
but,
No, they're
yeah.
they're very good at hiding. Then Solo comes out. They beat the crap out of Cody. I think at one point Roman hits Cody with the crossroads. He goes, he says your finisher sucks. He's like,
It was so.
he was like,
good.
no wonder people kick out of this or something like that. And then I was texting someone because at that point we had the hints that like Triple H tweeted at 3:16 that day. It was Roman's 1,316th day as champion. I'm like, the glass is shattering and this place is going to be an insane asylum. And then when I was texting my friend, I was like, trumpets are happening first. And they were like, what? And I was like, trumpets.
John
Trust
Cena
me.
coming out
Yeah,
first.
trust me. And Cena came out, and I was like, I became a Cena fan for like 2 seconds.
I lost my fucking.
Isn't it nice?
mind.
Yeah.
Isn't it
I
nice
love-
being a Cena fan?
I
I
love
think
a
it's
John
great.
Cena fan is a lot of fun.
I love being a John Cena fan.
And
Are you
it wasn't
kidding me?
even
John
him-
Cena's the best.
It
dude.
wasn't even him coming to the ring and taking out Solo. It was him lifting up Roman and just totally hitting an AA on him. like out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
that was the one thing I didn't like. Cause I liked how Mance booked it. No one touches Roman but Cody.
Yeah.
But I mean, Roman kind of had. I mean, John Cena kind of had to because Roman
Beat
threw
him, yeah.
himself that long.
And then he took out Solo, which Solo was John Cena's last real full singles match. So that kind of worked out.
And Solo murdered the fuck out of him.
Yeah, he did.
Talk about hate crimes.
Solo destroyed. Hi, Boris in the background.
Oh,
and
Papa.
and then you had The Rock's music hits, and you had flashbacks of 29 and 28 in the face-off in the ring. Will, how hard were you for that?
Oh, very. Because it was, we were all I think a lot of people were expecting Austin. Especially after following the patterns, who's The Rock's number one opponent? Stone Cold. Who's available? Stone Cold. Who is jacked to the gills?
Stone Cold, yeah.
However, everyone expecting Stone Cold, but getting The Undertaker made it fucking better.
Oh, yeah. No.
Because it was a genuine surprise. The gong hit. I hear Ricky just go, what? And me just go, just O-face.
Yeah.
Like just losing it. The whole once the lights go out, the place is like high school girls
All over the
screaming
place.
over Clay Aiken. Like just ridiculous screeching like, of how excited we were. And then once he popped in the ring and gave that like angry grandpa face, it was just like, oh, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, but it was
one of the most surreal moments of my entire life.
Yeah, but even before that, Kay, I need to know from you directly. Sierra Hotel Indian Echo Lima Delta, the Shield music
Oh my God!
hit.
Stop!
Tell me your feelings.
Stop! Oh my God! My testament to WrestleMania. Hi, Boris. The biggest testament I can give to WrestleMania is I haven't had like a true emotional connection to wrestling in like a while, and I've been like very checked out. But I like openly wept several times, which is, true to my character. So WrestleMania was able to like, I guess, unlock something that hadn't been released in a while. That being said, did Seth get a bleach job in between his match and the main event?
I don't believe so. He did look blonder.
He looked blonder, unless they parted his hair differently. I have to like watch it back. But he looked brighter. He looked blonder. He was Cody's
tired.
shield.
So tired.
He looked really tired.
That too. Imagine wrestling at WrestleMania multiple times and being a father to like a 3-year-old.
Yeah. For a
No, thanks.
For a second, I thought Seth wasn't coming alone. Because I started to like head on a swivel, like, where are they? Like,
where's Moxley?
Yeah.
We're all like, John Moxley?
Like, no.
What?
No.
Like for the night.
Tony would never do that.
Yeah.
Apparently they were not even consulted, which why would you?
Yeah.
But like
No, I get it.
Yeah. But then Seth pretty much getting the cartoon finish. He just got laid out really quickly. Because it was just a false flag because the gong hit and everybody lost it. Everybody lost. Like, well, we watched the replay back because it was they put it up. From when Jay shows up to when Taker shows up, it just gets louder every time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does. And then when Cody won, it was pretty close to Taker's gong hitting.
Yeah,
in terms of loudness.
Yeah, no, it was. Oh, everybody was having a moment. The best thing you can watch is Logan Paul was in a skybox for the main event.
Oh, I watched that the other day.
Logan Paul is all of us in that arena.
Pretty much, dude. I've never felt so relatable. Like,
right?
Logan Paul's like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like, oh my God, it was wild. And then the key point in that match is Seth is on one side, Roman's on another side. Not Roman, but Cody's on the other side. Roman has the chair. What do? Do Do you seek revenge for something that you never got over 10 years ago? Or do you end Cody? And he chose revenge. And that is what screwed him over. It's one of the most beautiful stories ever. He went for the thing that he could never get over, and it ruined his future. It's a brilliant story. It's literally brilliant master level storytelling.
It is levels. It's layers deep.
Yeah. And Cody wins. Samantha Urban gives one of the best calls I've ever heard. Samantha Urban was
people
great.
People are giving her shit for that. And I'm like,
Absolutely
the
not.
fuck are you, like, what are you talking about? Like, she can't, like, it's okay. She was emotional because it's an emotional moment. Like, bitch, you were
People are
also
mad
emotional.
it's a woman. Let's be real.
No, they say, yeah, I said it was unprofessional. Could you imagine Howard Finkel doing this? Like, no, but
Fink probably
she's
knew the
better
ending.
than the Fink.
Yeah. So I mean, Michael Buffer, like the announcer, publicly gave her props. Like, she's fucking awesome.
I noticed it. Like when it happened, I turned to you. I was like, dude, she can't even make the announcement right now.
Yeah. So the story,
like, it was wild.
Yeah.
Because it was like, again, it was relatable. It was real. It was a real moment.
Yeah, because the story is she doesn't like to know the finish.
Of course.
So she goes in blind every time.
Michael Cole
I
usually
love
prefers
that.
to go in blind too.
Yeah.
So did JR.
JR loved to go in blind. Yeah. So she goes in blind every time, so she doesn't know what's going to happen. And then you think about the Cody story, and Cody's a very likable person backstage. Like, there's a real connection there with Cody and everybody backstage for him.
Of course.
Yeah. So it was a lot of real things happening in real time. Cody winning, him, like, that whole scene is crazy.
It's also respect for Dusty too.
Yeah, it's respect for Dusty.
Whose story are you finishing? Well, Cody's as well as Dusty's.
The cool thing, one of the other cool moments, before he gets on a knee and gives his mom the title, which is kind of crazy. When he goes to the turnbuckle the first time and wants to put the title up, you can actually read his lips. He looks up in the sky and says, "Dad."
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Yeah, and then puts the title up in the air. My favorite "fuck you, Tony" moment was CM Punk coming in the ring and raising Cody's hand.
Oh my God.
Crying.
Like CM Punk all happy.
You let both of us go, you dipshit.
Look what happened, you dumbass. So many moments there, and then the craziest moment, which they finally released a video of. Kay, I don't know if you know this story. It's a pretty infamous story. You know, Cody went to acting school.
Yes, the watch.
The watch, yeah.
Yes, I know the story.
So yeah, I think Cody or Trips revealed it, and there's a video of it online that WWE released. Bruce Pritchard, Triple H, and the other powers that be found the replica of the watch and presented it to Cody backstage once the show was over.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can see that video and see his guttural reaction. He sees the box and he automatically knows what it is. So it's not the actual watch, but it is the model. They found the model of the watch that Dusty has pawned off. And if you watch Raw, Cody's wearing the watch. It's pretty crazy.
What's so funny is I noticed in the presser right away he had a different watch on, because I know over the weekend there was such emphasis over the Rolexes that Cody bought for himself. Think Seth and Roman.
Yeah. There's also,
I was like, oh, that watch is new.
There was also up camera, there's a lot of videos of it, Roman breaking down at the top of the stage and Paul consoling him.
I saw that too.
As well. It's a crazy story. The overall story here of WrestleMania is that this is an install. This is a completely new regime. Triple H now has complete creative control. Vince literally put all the rest of his shares of TKO up for sale last weekend. Okay, he's a non-factor. And when you do an install, you put in your people and you take out the people from before. This is exactly what it was. Look at all the title changes are all pretty much truly Triple H guys. Triple H installed his regime this weekend and made it very clear and evident where his place is going to go. And as Michael Cole said at the end of a broadcast, damn it, I love pro wrestling, because they are moving away from sports entertainment terminology and is now going to be pro wrestling. Tony Khan should be scared.
Yeah, a lot of WrestleMania at kind of like the presentation, how they're selling it, like from a PR standpoint. A lot of it feels like, hey, we're sorry about Vince. This is who we are now.
Yeah, from the
Like-
new opener too. I was like, wow, that was quick.
Yeah, yeah.
The new
I mean,
opener's gorge.
Mhm.
It was. Ricky, that's exactly what it was. But he also kind of like Gunther is a Triple H guy, though. Like a lot of these guys who are on the main roster are Triple H guys.
Mhm.
In fact, most of them are.
I don't
So the
think.
fact that he's like putting in his men, it's accurate, but it's bizarre because he's also replacing his guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I just?
Roman
I
wasn't
think
really
with
that
Sam-
much of a Triple H guy. That was
But
more.
Gunther
of a,
was.
Gunther was, yeah.
I think with Sammy in particular, like,
But the
Sam-
Sammy thing is Sammy's
Sam-
a hardcore Trips guy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sammy is
Yeah.
a hardcore Trips guy. And he's finally getting the true show and respect he deserves and the stage he deserves. Like
Bailey
I've
again
been
is a
wait-
Trips person.
her too. Like I've been waiting years for Sammy to be booked and treated like this.
Yeah. Bailey again being the last horsewoman standing. Holding the
Yeah.
fort down
True.
for everybody else.
True. Until they all get back.
Yeah, it was the story came out that the entire women's roster was waiting for Bailey backstage after she won the title.
Yeah, they
Hey,
were.
locker
think they
room
were all in
veteran,
gorilla.
locker room leader.
Yeah.
You know, Bailey's now probably, other than Natalia,
Yeah,
one of
she's
the
the one.
longest tenured female wrestlers.
Yeah.
She's the one. She's the one. That's Charles's boo, by the way, Kay.
Bailey.
Oh yeah. He loves Bailey. He loves
Beauty with a booty.
That's thing. So yeah, that's what WrestleMania. WrestleMania was a giant install and one of the craziest weekends of my life, like wrestling wise. Like, so euphoric, cathartic. I'm gonna probably say, yeah, 10 out of 10. Will Tarashok 10 out of 10?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. The whole weekend. I mean, how could it not?
Yeah. Kayfabe?
10 out of 10. I was talking so much shit 2 weeks ago. I was like, yo, I'm never gonna give anything a 10. Nothing's perfect. And then here we are. I was wrong. And most of my predictions were wrong. And that's how you know we are in a new era, in a good era. Because I think we're all so used to how Vince booked
Yeah.
that they did things that we didn't expect them to do.
Yeah. Raw and
And it
SmackDown
fucking
were
rules.
both excellent too.
Yeah.
So like
Incredible!
the
What a
momentum
great
is
Raw
carrying
after
over.
Mania.
like what SmackDown was in what? Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
and the crowd was very loud.
Yeah. Detroit's usually a very loud crowd in to begin with. So yeah, no, it was God, what a weekend. What a weekend. We do have to talk about the undercard a little bit. Stand and Deliver. Whoop that Trick. The main event was the main event. But the person that stood out to me outside of Trick, which I told Will, like, you're gonna be surprised, Oba Femi.
Yeah.
How was he?
A
The
monster.
guy. He is him. I'm sorry. He needs some like dude, if he had Big E's personality, like forget it.
Yeah. He'll get there.
He
He's
could
young. He's young. You had Oba, and you had a little Tiffy time. Tiffy's also the next big thing as well.
Yeah.
But Oba Femi. So, Kay, you remember Josh Briggs.
Oh yeah, of course.
So in the triple threat, which was Oba Femi, Josh Briggs, and Dijak, by the way.
Oh,
Beat.
forgot about him.
Yeah. Oba Femi had Josh Briggs and Dijak on his shoulder at the same time,
It was aggressive.
and he walked around the ring with them.
It was very
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what the crazy thing is? He could be leaner. Like
Yes.
Really?
he has some body fat
Yeah,
on him.
he could be so much leaner. Like, he could get scarier than what
like
he is.
he's in shape, but he's not in like top guy shape.
Yeah,
Sure.
but he's gonna get there. He's gonna
Yeah.
get there. He's so young.
Did you guys see
Wow.
Roman's abs?
How old is
Oh my
he?
god.
He's fresh out of college, probably 24.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's give him a goog. Let's find out what this real guy's name is.
Obafemi?
Yeah.
I have no clue. Obafemi was great.
His name is Isaac. Nigerian name. Obdugsbizin.
Okay, so Obafemi makes sense. You had what was it? Roxanne.
Born in 98.
Yeah, he's young. He's 26 then.
He's turning 27 next
Yeah.
week.
Wow, happy early birthday.
Yeah, I mean, you had Roxanne claiming her title back. Roxanne is also going to be a big star as well. She's already got the crowd behind her.
Cute as a button.
Cute as a button. And we met the day before, and we also had Ilya Dragunov, who has one of the best suits I've ever seen.
So, okay, I asked him when I could go take a picture. I was like, so how much does that suit cost? And he goes, he tries to give me some like message of like, it's not how much it costs, it's how you look in it. I'm like, 10,000? Like, I was like, so it's like over or under 10,000. I don't give a fuck about your message. I want to know how much that suit costs.
Yeah, and it was also the cool thing about Raw after Mania is that they took that chance to bring in your champions and have matches on Raw, which I thought was cool. I was like, oh, fuck, Ilya's here? I was like, oh, this is interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
It's cool.
And Roxanne, but NXT Stand and Deliver, the highest attended NXT premium live event ever.
Ever?
Yes. More than any other premium live event takeovers included, I'm assuming. And also, I think I revealed it on our Discord. We're getting a mid-card women's title in NXT.
Oh,
yes. The Women's North American
Championship. I was like, finally, we're getting somewhere. So it's gonna be interesting when that shows up as well. So that's all we got pretty much of WWE and stuff. And now let's pivot to some guy named Jon Moxley who won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, beating Naito in Chicago over the weekend. Here's a fun fact for everybody. The Shield went 5 days without having a world title. Think about that.
That's crazy.
Think about that for a second. The Shield went 5 days without having a world title. They've had a world title for over 3 years, pretty much based on Roman alone, and they went 5 days with none of them holding a world title, and then Moxley won one. Okay, let that sink in for everybody in the pro wrestling world.
That is pretty fucking nuts.
Like, it is absolutely wild and insane. Freaking
who is AEW champion when Roman won the Universal Championship in 2020?
No, dude.
Honestly, it could have been Moxley.
It might have been.
I would have to look back in the books, but Moxley is your new champion, beating Naito. Very interesting that they're putting it on him. Seeing NJPW did a big show in Chicago. So it was Omega, according to Quan.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So he thinks it's Omega. We'll find out. Someone do the research and figure it out. Very interesting with this. So Jon Moxley is probably going to be doing double duty in Japan, leading up to I think Dominion is coming up as well for New Japan. So he'll probably be the champion going into that. Not much more to say here. Is that the Shield somehow always finds a way to a world title randomly, but him doing that, and obviously with the affiliation of AEW, means that Mox is not going to be around. You would think AEW for a considerable amount of time while he holds this title. Fretz is saying it was a Kenny Omega. Whoops. No, Taquan is all right. So Taquan's saying actually it was Mox. So yeah, they've held the title for. So when the Shield has had a world title for almost 4 years. Okay.
Wow.
Straight.
Yeah,
that is pretty. That is absurd.
Yeah. So things to look into. Speaking of AEW, they decided that they're not going to do 4 pay-per-views anymore. They now have a total of 9. Obviously, with Revolution already happening, Dynasty, which we're going to talk about later, coming this weekend, this Sunday, April 21st. You have Double or Nothing in Vegas. I think Memorial Day weekend. Long Island is getting Forbidden Door at the UBS Arena at the end of June. They're going to take a month or almost 2 months off and go to Wembley Stadium for All In. Hopefully there's no backstage fights that get recorded and shown on TV to the detriment of your company. A week later, we're doing All Out because apparently that's what was that worked last time. I don't know how. Wrestle Dream back in Washington in October 12th. That's someone's birthday. Full Gear November 23rd in Newark, New Jersey. Well, that's for you.
Yeah.
And Worlds.
No, that's like Thanksgiving weekend here.
Oh, it is Thanksgiving weekend. And then you have World's End in Orlando,
December.
Florida at the end of December. So, Kay, are you going to Forbidden Door?
No, I will be at Pride because Tony Khan is stupid
Yes,
and
he,
booked a New York
yes, he is.
pay-per-view the
Yes,
day
he
of New York City
is.
Pride.
Yeah, it's not the stupidest thing Tony Khan's done this week. Let me tell you that right now. Will, what are your thoughts on AEW going to a more full pay-per-view schedule?
I think it's a good sign for them. It's a good sign for business. But we
Yeah.
gotta see how they buy. Like, what's the buy rate, right?
That's also true.
So I know it's fun to show on AEW, and I love shitting on AEW, specifically Tony Khan. But the fact that they have the confidence to add this many pay-per-views, and I guess I don't know how they have to pay the carriers, like how pay-per-view works from the
I'm not
business
sure.
themselves.
Yeah.
But like I think it's also a good sign for the TV deal they desperately need. So I think Warner Brothers or whoever owns AEW is happy with the product. I think it's a good sign for their business that they have more pay-per-views. It's just we got to see how they buy. And the biggest problem with AEW is what we've been saying it is for a long time.
Tony.
It's the guy. Well, then again, it's the guy who's paying for it. So
Yeah.
without Tony Khan, here's the thing. With Tony Khan, this company dies in like 3 years. Without Tony Khan, it dies in 3 months.
Yeah. I mean, that is the matter of it. It's going to be interesting to see how they do with all of this coming up. It's still a shame that Grand Slam is not a pay-per-view because it damn well should be.
It really should be.
I was talking to the American Blonde Claire from a couple years ago. Claire is trying to get me to go to Grand Slam. Because she was, I was talking to her, I think, one of the nights of Mania, and she was like, "Oh, I should have gone. I had a chance to go, but I didn't go." I was like, "Why the fuck didn't you go?" And she's like a morbid AEW person. Like, no one cares, Claire. Just show up to WrestleMania.
Grand Slam. I've gone to 2 out of 3 of them. It's so much fun.
Yeah, but that instead of
It's such a
WrestleMania,
good
I was like,
show.
Claire, go to fucking WrestleMania.
Oh no.
Shout out to you, American Blonde. We got to get her back on the show. If I knew Dynasty was this weekend, I would have had her on for this. But be that as it may, AEW Dynasty, their newest of their pay-per-views. We are going to do a prediction battle for that and see how we do on a product that not all of us fully carry. I will tell you this. Recently, I actually did win WrestleMania week by 1 point. Yeah. I had 15, well, you had 14K, you had 13.
Okay.
So the overall scores now, Will, you are leading by 2 at 34. I'm at 32. Kay, you are at 29. So
I got really
Alright.
lucky with my NXT picks.
you really did. You really, really did. So moving on to this card, the match everybody should be talking about, but no one is this week.
Is that Trick?
No, it's not Trick Williams. It is Samoa Joe, who went up against the other Rhodes on Dynamite because that was a great idea after coming off of WrestleMania. You had Samoa Joe versus Dustin Rhodes as the main event of Dynamite the week after Mania. Samoa Joe, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, versus Swerve Strickland, pretty much the biggest rising star, I think, in AEW right now, and no one is talking about this because of some other shit that's been going on. Swerve Strickland has the opportunity, and I talked about this before, Swerve Strickland has the opportunity right now to do something that took WWE over 50 years to accomplish, and is have an African-American World Heavyweight Champion. And Swerve's hot right now. He's been building ever since All Out. To be this guy's putting on some classic matches. He's been in the championship match. He was in the triple threat with Hangman Page and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe obviously ended up winning. He had this thing with Hangman Page. Hangman Page, still a weird guy to me. But I don't know if they do this or they keep it on Samoa Joe. If I'm looking at it from a bigger picture perspective, as much as I want Swerve, I don't think you take it off of Joe right now. I think Joe is your stabilizer. I think you still need a stabilizer in Samoa Joe right now. So I'm officially going with Samoa Joe. Will Tarashuk.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it depends how much you believe your own bullshit, right? Like, we know I don't like to say the guy with the belt is the leader, but like, it's sometimes it's just a prop.
Yeah.
But I disagree with you, Ricky. I think they're gonna put it on Swerve. I think you strike while the iron's hot. And from what I understand, fans of AEW, they all love Swerve. And he's put in the work.
He has put in the work.
Like, Yeah, Samoa Joe dropping the belt doesn't hurt Samoa Joe. The guy's a legend who's forever over. Whereas Swerve, it's like, okay, if not now, when?
Fair statement.
And why not now? Especially if you're going to try and crown a new pay-per-view, you have a big thing happen on a brand new pay-per-view.
Yeah, and who knows what that might be. Kayfabe.
So I want to believe that they're gonna put it on Swerve this week, but I don't think they're gonna put it on Swerve on a brand new pay-per-view that no one's ever heard of before. So I'm gonna think I say Joe retains for a little while longer. I can see Swerve winning it like Double or Nothing.
Mm,
Like put them in some kind of like give them like a fun stipulation. Let Swerve win in Vegas.
I can see it continuing. Might as well. It works out. All right, moving along. Next match on the card and the first controversy from AEW this week. Will Ospreay, their golden child and newest honey, hi Boris, versus Bryan Danielson, who's just forever doing side quests until he retires at this point. That's what he's doing at the moment.
That is what he's doing.
So the big thing coming out of this right now is not anything about the match. Obviously, it is what Will Ospreay said the Dynamite after WrestleMania, in accordance to what he believed was Triple H taking a jab at him on the Pat McAfee show during WrestleMania week. So
I mean, Triple H kind of did.
he never really mentioned
What did
his
he
name.
say?
So Triple H mentioned about how he's looking for talent, essentially, that wants to put in the work. And he said, if you want to take like a lighter schedule and all of this stuff, like, I don't want you here. Essentially what he said, but I think that was more generic to anybody. In my opinion, like Triple H didn't seem like he was taking a jab at anybody. Will Ospreay,
Yeah, it's a jab at AEW in general.
yeah. Will
But
Ospreay,
Will Ospreay was the one who said no to WWE though.
Mhm. But also Will Ospreay in an interview with Yahoo said he signed with AEW for a lighter schedule.
True.
Like there's no, it's on print. Like that's why he signed. So like, why are you mad? Like this is exactly what he's talking about. So Will Ospreay there are conflicting reports saying that he didn't want to do this, but Tony pushed him to do this. Will Ospreay has essentially an interview on the stage of Dynamite in Okerlund position, if you may, with Renee Paquette, formerly Renee Young, and you can see Renee Young's face being like, "You're a fucking idiot." Will Ospreay says he's like, he pretty much takes a jab at Triple H, saying that he's only in the position that he's in because he was fucking the boss's daughter.
Mm.
Can I just say I'm so fucking overhearing about that? It was a million years ago.
Yeah, they have
They're,
married
like,
and
long-
3 kids.
They had like, yeah, like get over it. Who cares? Getting laid worked out for someone. Okay? And
rent free, folks, rent free. Be it as it may, Danielson's taking the fall because Ospreay's winning. You got to give your golden child something.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
yeah, I agree.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Next.
yeah, we're gonna move on to that. Hold on, let me write these down.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, that joke would have worked
20 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's also
Like that why I'm like, why are we joking about this
it's
now?
also a thing like you don't really like they could still want you. I mean, Triple H doesn't seem like that vindictive of a person now, but like when you're
Cody literally broke a throne with a sledgehammer, and look at him now.
yeah, but he didn't exactly say like screw you, Trips, you've been banging Stephanie. Like this is a direct shot at Trips. And so you don't like, especially with someone as young as Ospreay, you don't want to burn a potential bridge to go over when it's time to go over.
Mhm.
You know, but
Yeah, you just be like, you just call and apologize.
you better hope.
Yeah, if you get that call back, that's the first thing you bring up. Like, listen, let's just get the elephant out of the room.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that shit, you know.
But whether you wanted to or
Vince,
not,
Vince wanted to make out with her, right? Like,
yeah, whether you wanted to or not, you still said it, and it's still on record. So that's something you do have to account for when times come, if that time ever comes. Moving on, one of the other highlight matches. Oh yeah, Okada won a title, the Continental Championship, the thing that Eddie Kingston had with like 3 other belts as well. He's putting that championship on the line against Angry Keeper Ralph Pac because he's back too.
Pac still wrestling?
Yeah.
I fucking love Pac.
on the
Bastard.
on the loaded roster. I don't think I've seen Pac on TV in a while.
He hasn't been on TV in a while. I saw him
know.
on Wednesday. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
hello.
yeah. So I think I think it's safe to say here, Okada's beating Pac.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah. Next.
It's an Okada win, and Pac's just there to take a lot of the really nice clotheslines. On to the biggest controversy of the week. The Young Bucks and FTR are going to fight in a tag team championship match, which has now been revealed to be a ladder match. Okay? It's going to be a ladder match at AEW Dynasty. However, no one's talking about that because someone, Tony Khan, felt that it would be a great idea for the Young Bucks to promote this ladder match by showing the all-out footage, or the all-in footage, my fault, of CM Punk and Jack Perry backstage. Because that's what the segment was. It was the Bucks trying to take a jab at FTR, and then somehow in the middle of this segment, they show the backstage footage of CM Punk doing what CM Punk said he did days later.
Tony Khan just validated me even further for being a CM Punk look. Like he made them himself look bad.
You know, it is very rare, Kay, that the entire IWC was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very bizarre. Even like the Undertaker and Dave Meltzer agreed on something.
Like, it was just, oh my God. Like, you could see it in Tony Schiavone's face. He was having Bash at the Beach, like, flashbacks. He was.
You know, I was just going to say, like, it was giving WCW, but
you don't
WCW.
bring your backstage drama and make it drama for TV.
Yeah.
even if the tea's like scalding, it's not worth it. Especially when one of the people in question isn't even your fucking employee anymore. Like, how sad is it that you need an employee from somewhere else to do your job for you? You can't draw ratings, so you need to instead use the name of someone you've released.
CM
I don't
Punk
think
is
for
still the
ratings.
draw of AEW. There were CM
For
Punk
real.
chants during that segment.
Dude, forget the ratings. They having trouble drawing a house. They can't put. I'm serious. They can't put butts in seats. That is their biggest problem.
Yeah.
The wrestling's fine. Like, it's not even Tony Khan isn't even the biggest problem because Tony Khan is the biggest problem because what he's doing isn't getting butts in seats.
Tony pushed for this.
Yeah, so it's like
Tony
whatever
Khan just
controversy you're
wants-
trying to
he
create
just
cash
wants
with
to
isn't working.
Book matches. He doesn't want to, like, not to like quote the Ariel Hawadi interview, but like he doesn't have like a business model in place. Like
No.
he just wants to book matches that like we want to see, which is really cool and stuff. But he's doing the same shit Vince did with hoarding talent.
Yeah, he thinks
Like,
he
the
thinks he's playing
stories aren't
WWE
good.
2K.
Yeah, like this is people's livelihoods you're fucking with.
Yeah, and it's not like the Bucks or Kenny are helping him EVP wise. Even though Kenny Omega came out and said he's a shitty EVP. He publicly
At
came
least
out and
he's
said it.
self-aware.
Yeah. But I don't even know who wins
Yeah,
this.
because he wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
He wants to be a wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Like, I used to like
God.
the Young Bucks like a lot. Now I don't fuck with them like at all anymore.
yeah, they just
They're just
they became everything they hated.
yeah. Like, it's cute, you super kick. Okay.
Yeah, they became
What
everything
now?
they became everything they hated. Which is a shame. And that's why I'm going with FTR. That's why I'm going with
Yeah,
FTR
same.
for the
Dude, I can't wait for the rise and fall of AEW WWE documentary. Dude, it's gonna be so good. Triple H will be like, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking here. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking here. I know exactly what they were thinking here. I couldn't have come up with that one myself.
Oh my god, are you going
I
with
just like, well, I can't wait for everybody that went to AEW and came back to WWE to like talk about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. People made All Elite podcast about it and swore off WWE. And so the AEW is the wave of the future. Well, so okay, are you going with FTR?
Yeah.
You know, I also want to say before I pick my winner, the reason this got changed into a ladder match because both teams like I ain't eating a pin.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Bullshit. I ain't eating the pin. So they're like, all right, fine, we'll make it a ladder match. No one eats the pin. All right, now we're talking.
That's what it is. Moving on this card.
Oh, I also pick FTR.
I figured, yeah. We got Timeless Tony Storm, probably the most consistent character work in all of AEW next to Swerve.
What a graphic.
Yeah, everything's in black. They do the Timeless thing great, and versus a returning.
It's really fun.
Versus a returning Thunder Rosa, who, by the way, gorgeous woman, even outside the ring. We walked past her at WrestleCon.
Mm-hmm.
I love Thunder Rosa. I feel like she's always got like kind of a bad shake of things at AEW for a while.
She has a bad reputation.
Yeah, she's got a bad shake, but you keep it on Tony.
Absolutely.
I agree.
You keep it on Tony. Tony's your most consistent thing going.
I mean, she looks great. Look at her.
She's timeless.
And why is it got like Paul Heyman behind her?
And she's so funny.
Yeah. Her character work has been absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Moving on. Oh, yeah, but TBS title exists. You know, the title that apparently Mercedes Moné is going after and not the world title. That's just the gripe because I'm a stan. But Julia Hart is going after, is defending her title against Willow Nightingale, who I think we believe Willow was the one who took out Mercedes backstage this past week on Dynamite. So the first question and the first bonus question of Dynamite, because I made these out of my ass a couple of hours ago. Did we get a Mercedes Moné signing at Dynasty?
Yes.
Yes.
I will also say yes.
Stare down.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You've also convinced me with the stare down. I think Willow beats Julia.
I agree.
Willow, a Long Island product too, by the way.
Yeah, Willow's from NYWC. She's great.
What did she create a pro too?
No, NYWC.
Oh, good for her. I'll go with Willow.
Yeah, she.
The Long Island people gotta stick together. Willow, you're also going with Willow?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be. Will's just trying to keep his championship reign right now. Will's trying to keep the lead.
I'm looking at this picture of Roman Reigns at what Mr. Wild P put in his Discord.
Yeah. Was he?
Yeah, dude, it's Roman Reigns out here surrounded by gold bars and baddies.
Oh my god!
Oh goodness gracious!
From Kiki Palmer's Snapchat.
Oh, it's Kiki Palmer. That's why. That's why. All right, moving on. We stop oogling over Roman.
I'm sorry. It's just a very weird picture.
That's a very nice suit.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It's the Will Tarashok special, but Matt's the AEW International Championship.
The Intercontinental title.
Yes. Roderick.
Wait.
Yes.
When did Kyle O'Reilly come back?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
You have Roderick Strong versus Cool Kyle O'Reilly.
Cool Kyle was the worst. I was like, wow, dude, you really need Adam Cole to get
I'm
over.
just gonna pencil Roderick Strong in for you, Will, because you'll never pick Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, dude, I can never pick Cool Kyle for anything.
I have no idea where this is going. I totally forgot the international title exists as soon as they took it off of Orange Cassidy, to be honest with you.
The Intercontinental title.
Well, we have the international and they have the Continental Championship.
Yeah, it's the Intercontinental.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Roddy, even though Roddy kind of really looks... If you look at this graphic, in a way, Roddy kind of looks like an angry white guy from the South, like almost Civil War period.
He needs to grow his mustache a little bit. Like, dude, why does he have a Hitler stash?
No, he's got the shadow. He's got the beard a little.
Oh, that upper lip looks oddly specific.
I see that as well.
Like, you can have shadow, but dude, if you have just this on your lip, that's a problem.
That's why I said
you can have you can have like a Mao goatee. I don't care. That upper lip is a problem.
Yes. Okay. Are you also going with Roderick?
I guess.
Yeah, I'd go with Roddy.
Sure.
Messiah the Backbreaker, former legend of ROH, and now doing stuff with Kyle O'Reilly. Who the fuck knows? Anywho, final match on this card, trios match. Oh yeah, there's another title that someone holds from person who made his billings in another company. Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, but TNT Championship, because that's still a thing. I can't wait till they go full streaming and those TNT and TBS titles become worthless. Versus Eddie Kingston and Mark Briscoe. I mean, Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, Mark Briscoe, all champions of all various different things. I think Mark just won the ROH World title from Eddie, and Eddie only now has the NJPW Strong Championship when he formerly held 3 titles, versus the House of Black. Because they're a thing still. Trios match. I'm going to go with team people who aren't on House of Black.
I'll go with Edge.
Yeah. Edge, Eddie, Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to. Kay, are you going House of Black? Or are you going to still support the Alistair?
Okay, so I'm trying to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to support House of Black, but I'm trying to figure out, is House of Black all gonna fall at this pay-per-view?
Ooh, good question.
So I guess I'll go Team Edge and company.
Okay.
But I'm not certain. I don't know. I don't feel good about my choice, but
Well, is this your final answer? You're going to stick to this?
yeah, I'm sticking to my answer. I'm just curious to see what the deal with House of Black is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, wasn't Julia Hart part of House of Black for a little bit?
Yeah, no, she still is, which is why I'm wondering,
everybody falls.
If everyone drops at Dynasty.
That would make the most sense, just have them scatter a little bit.
And I'm also wondering when everyone's contracts are up, since House of Black are friends with CM Punk and such. That's the other thing I'm curious about. I wonder if Malachi Black is going to go back to WWE.
I mean, it'd probably help out him and Zelina.
Yeah. And Buddy could go back to beat Rhea.
Nah, Buddy can stay where he's at. Buddy can stay. Buddy can stay where he's at. Oh, well, I miss Buddy. Buddy Murphy was a great performer. He's really good. He's really talented in his time there.
Well, if you watch AEW, you can see him continue to be a great performer.
I am up on Wednesdays, so I'm probably going to start reading the Scarlet Letter based on a recommendation. Anywho.
You've never read the Scarlet Letter?
No, I have. I'm rereading it. It's part of my series of Why the Fuck Do I Still Have These Books? Let's Read Them Again series.
Ooh.
So, because I just finished Marvel's What If Loki Was Worthy. Fantastic, by the way. Okay, highly recommend. But be it as it may, that is the last of the AEW Dynasty. It's 8 matches. Well, it's under double-digit matches.
Oh, thank God.
Maybe they're learning. Maybe they're learning something. So with that being said, let's go around the board. Starting with UK fame. How many crowns will this first ever AEW pay-per-view be? 1 being the worst thing in the world, 10 being the greatest thing of all time, or essentially WrestleMania 40. Kayfabe, what do you got?
I'm going to 6.5.
That sounds pretty fair to me. Shock.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I'm gonna undercut you. 6 flat. I'm not gonna watch it though, so who cares?
I'll stay with UK. I think I'm gonna go 6.5 as well. With
Mania, I don't know. Mania has shifted.
It's a new standard now. It's a very big new standard. And man, we got Backlash in 2 weeks from there as well. Also, 2 more bonuses. Cause since it's an AEW card, 2 more bonus questions. Number 1 was probably gonna be unanimous. Do we get CM Punk chance?
Yeah, obviously.
Especially during the
100%. That ladder match is gonna be all CM Punk chance.
Because Marks will ruin their own thing just for the sake of a fucking joke.
Yeah, Marks will bury the parts because it's funny.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's
what it is. Almost as bad as that guy who tried to get a picture in front of Jey Uso during last night's Raw.
Oh my!
Did you see that?
I haven't watched Raw.
I'll talk to you about it.
Weird.
So no, will from a production standpoint, you'll love it. They did a massive oneer. So Jay had his match. He went out through the crowd and went up the arena, and so he's going through the arena corridor, like he's just walking around, and people like high fiving him. So some douche gets in front of him and tries to take a selfie, and Jay pushes him out of the way. Just launches him. Then he goes outside where Sammy's standing outside of the arena, and because Sammy main evented, and Sammy's like, I was here. Sammy's first wrestling event was the Montreal Screwjob.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Really?
And that apparently inspired him to be a pro wrestler.
Wow.
At least two things good come out of that event.
So they did a one cut. So Jay meets Sammy, and Sammy's like, I'm going to go into this main event the same way I came in 20 some odd years ago, through the front door. So they one shot Sammy going into the arena through the crowd. Yeah.
Production value.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is absolutely fantastic. But the other thing as well, the last thing, plus or minus 2, how many matches out of his 8-card match will have blood?
Oh shit.
Plus or minus 2, by the way, so you can
matches, not participants.
Matches, yeah, not participants.
Oh man, can I go 2 flat?
I'm going 2 as well.
I'm gonna say 3.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's because it's plus or minus
Plus
2.
or minus
I'm gonna go
2.
3 as well. Yeah, 3. You know, fuck, I might go now 3. 3 is a good number. I should go 4, but I'm not. 6 is too many.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Young Bucks match, Briscoe match, and Pac.
Really? Okay, I can see that.
Pac bleeds from a clothesline.
I can see that. So yeah. Black beats from a clothesline. That's a Rainmaker, all right. Oh my God, those biceps. Anywho, folks, that concludes our show. We got this in under 2 hours, actually. Actually, good for us.
Yeah, $1:45. Yeah, we're doing good.
We did good. We hit most of the highlights for the most part. Yeah. So again, this is our first of our permanently on Tuesday shows. First officially permanently on Tuesday shows in the new era of KOTR, the one where kayfabe is here in their Judgment Day attire and stuff.
Well, every week it may be different. You never know what faction.
I need you to get more emo Judgment Day every week.
Like wear more eyeliner
just
progressively
have
each
it start
week.
to bleed down like each week.
Like like Malachi Black has been doing.
Yeah. Have it do
I'll
like
get
that.
black extensions like Rhea.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you this. Next week, since it's going to be the week before the official WWE draft, we are going to go drafting again. We're going to have a fun show next week.
Oh, hell yeah.
We are going to go drafting. And especially since somebody probably took our final advice, and maybe this is also part of Triple H's new regime and installment. I don't know if you're aware, but they've made it pretty clear and evident. NXT is a part of the draft this year.
Third brand, baby.
The third brand is back. So no more developmental NXT. This is third brand NXT, just like Papa Trips wanted it to be. So
it's very interesting to see.
So
it's very, and they also dropped the Universal.
Yes, it's World Championship. Yeah.
Yeah, it's WWE World Champion.
Yeah. Or WWE Champion. It's WWE Champion and World Champion. Sorry.
Yeah. It's very interesting how they dropped the Universal.
Yeah,
I guess because that was Bray's belt.
That as well. And also when they merge it together, it's a really, really long fucking title.
Yeah.
So yes, one of us, I don't know how I'm going to do it. We'll probably do something at random like we did last time. One of us will have NXT. One of us will have Raw. One of us will have SmackDown. And everybody will be up for grabs for the most part. We'll do at least 10 or so slots. At a minimum, we'll see. I'll figure it out.
Didn't I draft? Who was that guy from NXT that I liked?
I still have it somewhere. I got to look it up for you.
It was like Goldust and Viscera as one person.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Kay, you would know this person. Something Elliott.
It was like someone with an O.
Something who?
Something Elliott.
Or something Elliott.
He did Halloween Havoc with Shotzi.
Odyssey.
Not Odyssey Jones. Not Odyssey Jones.
Dexter
Quincy
Lumis?
Elliott.
Quincy
Elliott.
Yeah.
Quincy Elliott. I drafted him last year. Thank you.
He did not last long. At all. We can get some backstage.
I still think it was a good draft pick.
Quincy had a thing going on, but yeah, no. That's it. We're gonna go draft it next week. It's gonna be a fun time, and maybe we'll talk about whatever nonsense happened on AEW. But that's pretty much it. So with that being said, Will,
Hell yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 372, Dynasty Rhodes. It is a new dynasty, or maybe an older new dynasty in WWE under the Paul Levesque era. And it's a new era of Kings of the Rings podcast, now officially live streaming on Tuesday nights on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. I have been your host, King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR _podcast across all social media outlets. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews. The links to all of that are in the description below. If you are listening to us, you are listening to us on Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast. And follow Wrestle Addict Radio's socials at addict_wrestle on Twitter, and Wrestle Addict Radio, all one word, everywhere else. Links to all of that are in the description below. I'm so happy to have all three of us back on a more consistent basis. Not you, Will, but happy to have you back, Gabe. But Will, I see Will too often now.
I missed you too, big guy. I missed you too. Yes, WrestleMania weekend was one of the best. I mean, it's hard to top New Orleans, but it became pretty damn close. And Ricky, thank you for being our travel agent, our driver.
Yeah, I even locked in us seeing Godzilla and King Kong.
Yes, and like our planner. Okay, I swear to God, like I didn't need to do anything. I was just like, Ricky, follow.
Honestly, Ricky gives me that vibe, like type A itinerary friend.
Dude, the man just knows how to plan a vacation. It was really like, dude, Ricky was like this close to parting the Delaware River. He's gonna walk across it. Like, that's how much I was following Ricky. So thank you for all your work and doing all the research and getting us deals on tickets. We could not do it without you. It was unbelievable how much money I didn't spend. K Murphy, as long as if it's close, next year the three of us are going.
Oh, absolutely.
I 1,000,000% hope to go again in the future.
If it's Atlanta, we can just party with Charles.
Dude, I hope it's in Atlanta. I really do.
I feel like an Atlanta Mania would be absolutely fucking crazy.
Yeah, no Snooki this time.
No Snooki this time. But, you know, instead of going to WrestleMania this year, I got a dog. And it was very nice to watch WrestleMania with a puppy in my pajamas, smoking as much weed as I wanted. So
you could have smoked in the Philly. You know when
I know I could have, but I had the time of my life. I got to spend it with great friends, delicious snacks, and I didn't get stuck in line, in traffic, none of it.
Yeah, lucky you.
Thank God. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at K_Fabe. And I'm ready to go to bed.
Me too.
Of course you are. So, you know, we're just gonna cut it short this week. No post show this week. We gotta wrap it up. We gotta recover. We're getting old now, but we gotta recover a little bit. It's also 10 o'clock. We got shit to do in the morning, I think. Next week, folks, it is going to be the 2024 KOTR draft. We are going to rebrand WWE and the brands in our own image, the way that we see fit. More details on that next week. So until then, folks, goodbye, good night. We'll see you soon. And new era, same douchebag. Fuck you, Slack.
Nailed it.
See you later, folks.
Next week is Mr. Fretz's birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Fretz. So see you next week, folks.
Oh yeah. Okay, you want to hear my hold on. I will move us over to.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I totally hit the wrong thing, but I did it anyway. So I need to stop the recording. But anyway, folks.
I will listen to your story and then I need to go to bed.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it off soon. Pretzels. Bye.